Good morning, everybody. I do apologize for being late, man. Just got back, had to drop the people to the airport, man. So we're stuck over there till they got on a flight. So I am back, guys. I do apologize for being out, man. So thank y'all for joining me, man. And I do, like I said, I do apologize. And let's go ahead and get everything rocking and rolling. Cause you already know half a day, but I'm gonna stay on a little bit longer with you guys, a little bit after 1, since I got on a little late. And we're gonna keep our eyes peeled on everything. You remember I told you guys yesterday. Even as we were pulling back down, I was telling you guys to be on lookout, that watch for that particular channel, because once you go into a channel, 9 times out of 10 you go for a channel breakout, and therefore we did go for a channel breakout yesterday before the market closed, from that 546.22 level up to the 550 level. And as I told y'all to be mindful of that before I got up there live. So let's go ahead and look into our charts, guys, and see what the market, how we setting up as of now. Right now, I see Tesla is definitely ramping up. SPY, we are back above that 546.22, so keep that on watch. So right now you're in the channel 546.22 and 550. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts, and let's get ready to rock and roll, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, so I'm here. Now, again, I do apologize. I was stuck at the dang airport, so I'm back. So, remember yesterday, guys, I told y'all to watch that range. Remember we was looking at that range around 544.33 and that 546.22, and I told you to keep your eyes peeled on that for that possible channel breakout, which we did go for a channel breakout from that 546.22 and ran all the way up towards that 550 plus range, and then came right back on down. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. Right now we are back above that 546.22 range. We do have Tesla still pushing his way up, trying to push his way back up towards that 280 range. So definitely went on a nice short squeeze on that bad boy. So that definitely ramped up. So right now, as far as SPY, you're still playing around that price point, around that 546.22 level, that pivot point. So we did crack it. We did break above it for a little bit, and came right back underneath it. So, but if you notice, they keep kind of going back and forth around that 546.22 level, and look like they're trying to hold. The buyers are trying to hold the upper range. The buyers are trying to hold that 546.22, 550 level. As sellers are trying to stay underneath that price point and bring you back down towards that 544.33 range. So as of now, we're pretty much fighting around that price point, around that 546.22. As I stated, sellers are trying to stay below that price point. Buyers are trying to stay on top of it. But as you can see, we're getting a little bit of weakness. So far, the pattern that I did see as I got back was an inverted cup and handle pattern, as we have a cup right at that price point of 544.43, and we have the handle, which we got that rejection right around at 547.85, and then right back on down. So as far as pattern wise, you do have an inverted cup and handle pattern that is forming. So has formed. So you do have that. So the main thing that you want to, especially for the puts, that you want to see a crack for a successful continuation on down, you want to crack that 544.33 level, but we can start to pull our way right back down to the levels of 542.91, all the way back towards that 541.80 level, where you will get that complete flush all the way back down this way. So definitely keeping that on watch. Like I said, as far as Tesla, those buyers are trying to push for that 280 range. We haven't broken the 280 range just yet, but we did get that squeeze back up towards the upside, towards that 280. Because what was the range we was in yesterday? Around that 255, and wound up getting that squeeze above 260. Let me see. So let me check this out real quick, guys. Let me check this out. And again, guys, I do apologize for earlier, man. Like I said, had to rip and run towards the dang airport, trying to get everything situated, with my aunt and uncle and them. But they, safe flight, so they good to go. So let's see. Let's see what we got, guys. Let's see. Let me it's starting to act up again when it's not letting me set my dang alerts. It's doing that crap again. Let me see, sis. It's not letting me set my alert once again. Oh, let me see. I think it did let me do it. Okay, I apologize. Alright, it did let me do it. Alright. Let me take off one of them. All I need is one. Alright, one alert. There we go. 180. So here we go. So guys, right now, as far as SPY, we do have that inverted cup and handle pattern still fighting around at 546.22. Like I said, for puts, definitely stay underneath that price point, 546.42 for that. 22 for that possible pull right back down to that 544.33. That is, and then from that price point, you're gonna need to crack that floor. that 544.33, well, we can see that continuation of fade on down. Again, we want to take that. You want to pull away that price point away from those buyers. You want to take away that 546.22 level because you want to keep them from staying within this range here. Because again, they always setting up for some type of range where they try to hold a range for the possible movement back up towards the upside. So far, how's everybody trading, man? How is everybody doing so far? How are you guys looking? How is everybody looking so far? So right now, mine's still, like I said, I'm kind of like still sitting somewhat even. It's still like it hasn't really done too much on mine's. Because I know the contract I picked, like I said, that one was, I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I did that one. So, that contract I had, yeah, I would have to wait for like TQQQ to make, basically get back above that 552.88 for that push up to 555 level. So I would definitely have to wait for that. But other than that, it look like mine's is going to see it sideways. So I did pick a crappy contract. I can admit that one. I definitely picked a crappy little contract. So what I'm going to see is how we're going to close out today. Yes, choppy queen. But remember yesterday, before I got off my live, I told y'all to watch that range yesterday. That was this one right here. Remember I told y'all to be careful? Because remember, I know Charting Queen was talking about the pullback. And me and Adrian was talking about, we could go back up towards the upside. And I seen that we had the possibility to go back up. So that's why I told everybody to be mindful of that range for a possible channel breakout, which we did get right back above that 546.22 and got that push right up to that 550 range. And that was also due to Google's earnings that came out, because Google definitely had good earnings, beat expectations, and got that nice move back up towards the upside. But now we fading back down. But I told everybody to be mindful of that possible channel breakout towards the end of the market yesterday, which we did right above that 546.22 and went on that run. So that's why I told everybody to be careful, keep your eyes peeled on that range. I told y'all in order to avoid that possible channel breakout yesterday, you needed to fall right back underneath the price of 544.33. After you fell back underneath that price point, if you would have fell back underneath that price point, then yeah, we would have continuously faded back down towards that, that 542.91, 541.80 back down to these lows. But that's why I told you guys, as we were getting closer and closer towards the market closing, be mindful of that channel setup, because normally when they set up a channel, they're trying to go for a channel what? Breakout. And therefore they did. They went for a channel breakout right above that price point and ran up towards that 550 plus. So I told everybody to be mindful of it. So right now, we're right back at that same exact area, 546.22, same area, back and forth once again. Like I said, the main thing that I do see though is, that could benefit the puts is that inverted cup and handle pattern that I do see, Queen. So I do see an inverted cup and handle pattern. That's the only thing that, I can give, or try to help as far as puts wise is right here, that handle. And the main thing that you need to fall back underneath, as we talked about, is 546.22. From that 546.22 back down to that 544.33. But we need to crack that floor to see some more possible downside. But it still seems like somewhat of a downtrend setup still from these tops. So it does still have somewhat of a little higher low build to it. So I do see that. So let me darken out the uptrends real quick. So I do still see somewhat of a little downtrend setup for the day. I do see that for sure. Let me take off these lines here real quick, just for I'm gonna just darken them out, but I'm not gonna take them off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a downtrend setup from pre-markets area to where we at now. So you do have somewhat of a downtrend setup still. And also an inverted cup and handle pattern that could benefit the puts, as long, like I said, but we have to crack back underneath that 546.22 level. So let me see what we can do today. Let me see so far. So right now, I do see somewhat still of a little downtrend setup from pre-market into intraday. So I do see this little, let me see, it's gonna let me put it. Yes, I do see somewhat of a downtrend setup still trying to take place, like right, let me put it all the way down to that 41.80. So about right here. So I'm gonna set up a little downtrend. So right now it does look like it's in a little downtrend pattern still. So it does have this little downtrend pattern, and also you still have somewhat of an inverted cup and handle pattern. So right now, as of now, it seems like it is in a little range between the areas of 547.85 and at 546.22. But overall, it does look like a downtrend setup. It does look like an inverted cup and handle pattern that setting up as well. So that's the only thing for this, that I can give to the puts. So at this moment, because I know we got people that's trying to short it or is shorting it. So at this time, if you are in on a put, make sure you stay underneath that price point of that 547.85 where you got rejected at in intraday. Next level is going to be that 546.22 back down to that 544.33 where you'll start to see that decline back down this way. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on it because, again, you still have an inverted cup and handle pattern that could still possibly lead to some more downside, especially right now as long as you stay underneath that 547.85 level where you got rejected at this morning. So as long as you can hold underneath that price point, I mean, it still has an opportunity to move back down to the downside. And like I said, Queen, my chart, my contracts is still not doing too much of nothing. Cause like I said, I do admit that I did pick a little crappy contract, but and I could have picked a better one than that. But yeah, mine is still not doing too much of nothing. The volatility, and again, that was on me. I picked the wrong one, and I picked that contract since last week, and I knew I should have picked a better one than that. So I did add another 5 contracts to it. So I do have a total of 10 contracts on it. But it's going to definitely have to make some moves in order for me to see something. As far as TQQQ, it definitely needs to get back above the price of 52.88 for that possible push up to 55 in order for me to see something. Some type of movement on that contract. But it's going to kind of be like a waiting game for me. So I'm going to have to wait it out, so I can do away with that contract and pick a better one going into next week. So, yeah, I could have picked a way better one than that, and that was on me. I kind of jumped the gun last week because I let my patience get the better of me. So, and that's something that I had to, So that was on me. So, yeah, I mean, it's not doing too much of nothing. I'm only down, to be honest, I'm only down $10 on that contract, just 10. And I do have 10 contracts on it, but it's not, like I said, it's just a crappy contract. And again, I should have picked a way better contract than that before. And I'll show y'all my proof. I mean, like I said, I'm only down 10. But yeah, I should have picked a way better one than that. And I had jumped the gun and picked the wrong one. So you can see right here, I mean, I got 10 contracts, like you see right here. And it hasn't been doing too much of nothing on this one. It's like, next week's contract it has a lot more volatility. Same strike price. This one has. I mean the candles look way more healthy on this one, which that's the ones I got in yesterday on. I profited. That's why I did a swing trade on this one and made good little bank on it. But this one, no. This one sucks. Yeah, this one is horrible. Horrible contract. Definitely a horrible contract. I could have did a way better job than that. But Queen, so what you so how you looking so far as your trades? So guys, I mean, like how are you looking so far? Are y'all still on the long side, waiting for dips? Or y'all playing the short side, waiting for pullbacks? Like what are you guys' game plans as of now? Like what are you planning on doing? Y'all planning to go for puts? Y'all planning to go for calls? Long, short? What are you guys' game plans as of now? Because like I said, right now, if you're going in for a put, like I said, downtrend. I mean, we're still in a downtrend setup. We haven't got the push back up. I mean, still looking a little weak. We have somewhat of an inverted cup and handle pattern. You did get rejected around that 547.85. But the main thing, already in put. But if it go the other way, I will sell it in loss. What was your entry, Queen? What was your entry? I mean, still, like I said, the thing about it is you're still in a downtrend setup. I mean, it's still. I mean. I felt it got rejected. What was the entry that you got in at? Like around what price point? What did you get in at? I mean, because you still got. Don't get me wrong. You still have an opportunity, unless we go on a short squeeze. And that's the only other way. Unless you go on a short squeeze, and those buyers do step back in. I mean, right now we're still on a downtrend setup at this time, Queen. At this moment, I mean, downtrend from pre-markets area. I mean, we're still on this decline in a sense. Even though you're bouncing back up, you still have some. You still have resistance above your head still. I mean, because the main thing, and I'm gonna show you the little trick today on how you could have kind of predicted it. As far as where where the resistance or where your entry could have been at. Your entries could have been right around that 50 SMA. The 50 SMA. As you ran on up, you can see right here, you bounce. You see where your 50 SMA is at right now, Queen? See where that 50 SMA is at? Look where you got rejected at. 50 SMA. 50 SMA. 50 SMA. See right there? That was a good entry, and that was around the 547.85 level where you got rejected at. So you could have played it as it bounced up this morning around that 547.85, even up to 548. Right here is right where that 50 SMA is at. That's where you got your strong resistance at. I mean, you could have played that back down. I mean, you could have did that. I mean, you know, nothing is wrong with that. But now at this moment, you got buyers right back on top of the VWAP, 9 EMA, and the 20 EMA at this time. So right now, you are between the gap of the 50 SMA and the 9 EMA. So you're in between this little gap here. So you're right in this little gap. So let me make a, man, I'm gonna have to and this week I'm gonna definitely clean off my my charts because I got too many 15 minutes open, and that's definitely annoying. So because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off those lines. So I'm gonna take these off so it don't be so confusing. So I'm gonna take as many as these off so we focus on the downtrend setup as of now. Because right now I'm gonna just focus on this downtrend setup. Like I said, we ran up towards that 547.85, 548, got rejected, came right back on down. Still in somewhat of a downtrend setup, still in somewhat of a descending wedge, still look like a lower high build. So it's still looking a little weak at this time right now, Queen. Right now, where they fighting at 46? No, 47. Right there, 47. So keep this on watch. Like I said, the only thing that could put a monkey wrench in that plan is if that thing goes on a short squeeze and you break back above like the 548 ranges. Back in this little channel here, you see right here where you stayed on top of 548, where you kind of stayed in between 548, 550 in this little $2 range. So the only way you can, again, buyers can spoil the game plan for shorts is if they go on a short squeeze and push their way right back above that 548 level and close, because that'll put you back on that 50 SMA. That's the only thing. Now, if you stay getting rejected underneath 548, that's going to remain resistance. So right now, testing the trend line, getting rejected, getting a little bit of a rejection. You can clearly see that right now, Queen. So you already know, if you do get a little push, you do have that 50 sitting right around, the 50 SMA sitting around that 547.85, 548 level. But as you can see, you still have a downtrend setup, still getting rejected, so it's still looking weak. So no squeezes yet. So no squeezes at this time yet, still no breakouts, still getting rejected off that trend line. So in other words, we're going to treat that trend line like a border that separates the bulls and the bears. So anytime you're underneath that trend line, you're bearish. Anytime you get above that trend line, you're bullish. So right now, as long as you stay underneath that trend line, it's considered bearish because you're unable to break above it to move back up toward the upside. So every time you hit that purple trend line, rejected. Purple trend line, rejected. Purple trend line, rejected. Purple trend line, rejected, as you can see. So as long as you stay underneath that trend line, stay underneath that side, it's bearish still. Bearish still with possible more opportunities to come for a pullback. Now, again, the only thing that can throw a monkey wrench in that thing, Queen, is going to be if those buyers go on a short squeeze and break above that key level, putting you back above 548 and put you back in the range of 548, 550. Therefore, your other indicators start to move up. So that's the only thing. But right now, you're still getting declined, you're still getting rejected. You're still underneath the 548 range. Still have yet to break back above that price point. So right now, still looking a little weak. Still looking a little weak. Now, the only thing that has been running so far that I've seen is Tesla, for sure. So Tesla is on a bull flag pattern, trying to push his way back up, possibly towards that towards that 280 range. So that's the only thing I see as of now. I'm gonna go through the rest of them, but for right now, I definitely see Tesla's movement towards trying to go towards that 280 range. So, but you can see right now, there you go, there you go, Queen. See how you still getting that rejection? So, again, what was your my entry was 544. 540. What made you pick? No. That's a no. When you're going in for entries, expect what I told you, Queen. What I told you to do when you're going for puts. Always do the opposite. Always do the opposite. I'm talking about candles. Don't ever follow down here because you're going right into a demand zone where buyers are sitting at. And you already know 544 is the range that we talked about. So you know what the bottoms is. 544.33 is a bottom, and that 546 is your top. So you would do better going for the tops, waiting for the green candles to form, because you want the buyers to go into the supply zone, which is where the sellers are sitting at. So you don't want to put in a put down here because you want to do the opposite of that. You want to go in for a possible call for the bounce back up. But when you're going towards these areas, now you want to go in for a put. No, when you're going down here, Queen, don't your depth. That's because you got to keep in mind psychologically what areas held yesterday. 544, 544.33. 544.33, 544.33, 544.33, 544. And that's, see, look at that. Psychologically, where the buyers come in at? 544, 544, 544, 544. Don't go in for a put until you crack it and close underneath it. So, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, Queen, definitely don't do that. That's, yeah, I mean, you definitely want to wait for upsides. Not, don't chase down here. You definitely want to go, you want to chase in these areas that make sense. Like up here, like around 548. Why would that be a possible area? Because what was once support, which is right here where you see the bounce at, can now possibly be resistance, which you see on how it reacted now that you're underneath that price point. So yeah, had you would have caught this, you would have had a better opportunity. Because 548, again, what was once support is now resistance, because now you reversed, because now you're underneath that price point where now sellers can come in at this price, this key area. But going in down here on a put, no. Because now what you're going to have to do, being in that entry, you're going to have to wait for the crack back underneath that 544.33. See, this is where your buyers came in at around 544. That should have been a call opportunity, not a put opportunity. So, yeah, I mean, dang, Queen. God, oh, man. Yeah, 544, yeah. I know, and I get like that sometimes, too. But if you just take your time, because remember, we always talk about that. Don't run to the market. Let the market come to you. That's what I'm saying. Always take your time and let the market set itself up. So therefore, you have a better opportunity and a better entry. But chasing it, yeah, I mean, you caught it and got in on a put right at a demand zone. Right, again, where psychologically buyers get in at. So again, right where the green line is at, that's where buyers get in at. So that's something you don't want to do. So again, you know me on how I do puts and calls. When I'm going for puts, I wait for green candles. I wait for green candles towards, resistance. Then I go for that. I always do the opposite of one another. So for puts, I go for green candles. For calls, I go for red candles. So that's normally how I did it. That's what I did when I went on my swing trade. You remember, because we had that red day the day before, and I went in on a red candle, right? I went in on a red candle, and then that's when I caught the next day. We went back up to a green candle. But yeah, and I understand, and Queen, I understand. I definitely understand where you're coming from, because again, I go through it too. I go through the impatience, the choppiness, but what you have to do, Queen, is just take your time and look at the overall setup. Look at the overall setup, especially 15 minutes in. I don't never jump in the market 15 minutes in. Like, you got to give it some time to set itself up, because you got to think about it. Within the 15 minutes of the market, you got to think about things around it. Like, you may have economic data that may come out at 9:45. You may have economic data that may come out at 10 o'clock that could impact the market in some type of way. So what I do is I give it time. Because normally when I do trades, I really don't be getting into damn near, to be honest, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or whatever the case may be, depending on how it's setting up. Sometimes I may go in a little early, like a little bit between 10 and 11, and then sometimes I may go in a little bit after 12 and 1. But, sometimes I just give it time to kind of set itself up, depending on, if we pull it back to certain carriers I can utilize, then, what time was this when we pulled back down towards the 543 range? That was around, 10-15-ish? So, yeah, around 10-15, you just gave it some little time. 10-15, bam, got in. But you see what I mean by just waiting right here, waiting here, Queen? Look at this. Green and red. See that? Hit that trend line. Possible little entry, bam, green and red, pull back down to what? 546.22. But you kind of see what I mean by what? Just waiting on the setups. Simply just waiting on the setups. That's it. Waiting on setups. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, again, you're human. I mean, we all do it. Like I said, I can admit it. I done it. I didn't jump in. Like I said, look at the damn whatchamacallit I'm in right now. I'm still holding. I made a dumb error because of my impatience. And again, I'm not perfect. I'm down $10 on it. Not bad, but it's still, I still could have been using something way better than that, But yeah, it happens, man. So right now, let's focus on where we at right now, Queen. So right now, we're still in this range. 546.22 level still holding in that area 547.85 where you got rejected at. And remember, why did we call out 547.85? Because that was a range where buyers came in at and bounced. Ran back up towards that 550 plus, so that kept you in this range. So what was once support, what buyers utilized, can now be utilized by sellers on the downside. So that's why you have to just utilize these price points. But yeah, like I said, I make mistakes too, man. Nobody's perfect, Queen. So I'm never gonna put you down. So what I'm gonna do is, are you still holding it? Or are you out? Because I can do my best to help you out the best that I can, from the situation. The only thing I can say, because I know you got in at 544. Okay, the only thing I can say from this point, to try to do my very best to help you out, to try to, either help you break even or, make a little bit of profit. Okay, so what needs to happen is from this point, we need to crack that 546.22. We need to fall underneath that floor because that's going to put you back in that range of 546.22 back down to that 544.33, which will still continue to what? That downtrend setup and that decline. So once we come back down to this level, we're going to need to crack it. So we're going to need to take that floor away from the bears. So once we crack that 544.33 on down to that 542.91, you go. Because remember, that was that other key area. So once we crack that, because you got to remember, we want to lose value, not gain value. So from this point on, right where we at now, we want to lose value underneath the price of 546. Get that taken out, then on down to 545, down to 544 you go. So we're gonna keep it on watch to see on how this downtrend is gonna play out. Like I said, the main price point that we want to crack underneath is gonna be that 546.22. So I'm gonna do my best that I can, Queen. Cause like I said, the only thing that can throw a monkey wrench in that setup or in this downtrend setup that we have is if they do a short squeeze. If those buyers create a short squeeze and you break it right back on top of that 548 level, because what that's going to do is that's going to break you out of that downtrend, now crossing you from the bearish side of that purple line to now the bullish side of the purple line, where now they'll try to create higher lows back up towards that 550. But right now, as of now, I mean, you're still fighting this trend line. You're still, having a little bit of weakness right now. Where we at right now? 547. So watch this 547 level. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to get that rejection back down, or are we going to get that push above it? And also keep in mind that you still have that 50 SMA still sitting right around that 548, 547.85 level. So you still have yet to break above that 50 SMA still. So keep in mind that 50 SMA is almost like a 200-day moving average on the daily time frame, but we use those for intraday purposes. So the 50 right now can act as support and resistance. So right now, being underneath the 50, that's going to be a possible strong resistance until we break above that price point. So like I said, the only way for buyers to throw a monkey wrench in that plan is if they go for a short squeeze, break you above that 548 and close. Because that's not only, because you got to think about it. You're already above the 9 EMA. You're already above the 20 EMA. You're already above the VWAP. The only other indicator that those buyers will need to get back on top of is that 50 SMA. That's the one right here, which is right around that price of what? 548. So if they successfully do that, that's going to put them back in that range of 548, 550. So I'm going to do my best that I can to help you out as I can. But I got you, Queen. I'm not going to leave your side. I'm going to try to do what I can to try to help you out. I'm going to do the best that I can. But you got to keep in mind on Fridays, and again on Fridays, you normally deal with short squeezes too. And I was telling everybody that yesterday. Because, you was with me, Queen, yesterday when I told everybody. Okay, remember when me and Charlie Queen was going back at it, back and forth, when she was talking about drop, baby, drop, baby, drop. Remember she kept saying that? And we kept going back and forth at it. And I told everybody else who was following her, I said, and Adrian Music was right on the side with me because he saw what I saw. I said, guys, be careful, be mindful, on shorting, because I told y'all, and Queen, what did I say to look out for yesterday? Didn't I say watch out for a range, a channel? I said because normally if they're holding a channel, they're trying to go for a channel breakout. You remember? Because the minute that Chart Queen was talking about the short and putting, drop baby, and she did make a good call. Shout out to Queen on that. But I seen the overall outcome on what's the possibility what could happen. So that's why before I got off my live, I told everybody to do what, Queen? Watch the range, right? I said watch the range between 546.22 and that 544.33. I said if we want to see more downside, what needs to happen? We need to crack 544.33. But I said normally when they're trying to purposely hold a range, you normally go for a channel breakout. What happened after the market closed, Queen? What happened? After I told everybody what to watch out for a possible channel, what? Breakout. I told everybody. Because everybody was jumping in on puts, getting excited, thinking it's about to fall off the map. I said, guys, watch the range. The only way that we can see a successful pullback and a drop if we fall out of that channel. I said we have to fall underneath that 544.33 to see more continuation downside. I said, guys, if they hold a channel, be mindful that if they break above that 546.22, they are going to try to push up towards that 550 range. And I also stated, I said, guys, Google's earnings are coming out as well. That may add some type of impact to the market. I said, and you remember I said this. I said if Google's earnings are good, That's going to add positivity to the market, which we could see a break above that 546.22 and that push up towards that 550. And was I lying? I told them what to look out for. I specifically told them what to look out for. You know, I mean, like I said, some people go against me, and that's cool. But I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna get mad at them. You know, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna do the best that I can and still help them. You know, just like, okay, you jumped in at 544. You know, I'm not gonna, disrespect you in any way. You say, oh man, you stupid for doing that. No. We human. We make mistakes. So all I'm saying is, as of now, to do the best that I can to help you out of your situation is watch that 547, 85, 548 level, because you got to keep in mind that we're still underneath that 50 SMA. Again, if buyers go on a short squeeze and close above that 548 level, that's breaking you out of that downtrend setup, now putting you towards the bullish side of things, and putting you in that channel right back in between 548, 550 as we were in this morning. 548, 550, 548, 550. And what happened? You fell out of that channel trying to do what? Return back to that channel. So you have a lower rotation out of that channel. They may try to create an upper rotation above that channel. So you already got a lower rotation here, right? Right down towards the areas of 544.33. Now what they may try to do now is go for an upper rotation, which should put you possibly, if they do go for that 550 breakout, which is going to put you around 552. Now, why do I say 552? Because that area, if we go back to my 180 chart, that was an old support level where those buyers did bounce after we pulled back down from that 613 level. The area that we bounced was 552. From 552, we ran up to that 577 level. They came back down to what price point? 552. Went for another bounce. Then you bounced up to 570. Then came right back down. Then you dumped underneath 552. So what was once support is now possibly resistance. So if they do go for that squeeze, that possible squeeze, they do have room to possibly run up to 552ish. And I can show you the proof. I can definitely show you the proof right here, guys. Whoever's watching, I'll show y'all the proof. Tell me if I'm lying. Because y'all know me, I love to break down everything, because, again, I don't like just to talk. I like to show the proof behind it. So, as I stated, and trust me, I studied the crap out of this. So, like I said, from that price point, guys, right here, where did we fall from? Right here. So, 613, see what I meant? 613, we fell down to what? 552, right? 552, bounced up to what? 577. Then you came back down to what? 552. Ran back up to around 570. Then you got that flush underneath what price point? 552. Old support can turn into what? New resistance. And where did you get rejected at underneath? 552, right? See that? And your trend line. See that? You had enough room to bounce off that trend line, this white trend line, and got that move right up to this trend line where you came right at what price point? 552. And got that rejection right back down. So that's why. It's all about just paying close attention and looking outside of just that one intraday. You know, by looking at everything in the past that can help you out and benefit you to the best of your abilities. Because you can see the setup. I mean, you can see what it's trying to do or what the buyers are trying to set up to do. So, as of now, what it looked like they're trying to do, if we take that 552 level, let me add that level here. And it does look somewhat of an incentive triangle pattern going into next week. So if what we got next week, non-farm payroll data is in them coming out. So let me switch this off real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all the possibility of next week, because you have broken above or held above the 539, 540 level. So that floor is holding. So let me go into the next week's possibility of what we could be possibly seeing. So let's take that price point right here, 552, and you notice it's kind of in somewhat of a ascending triangle pattern. So right now you're holding that floor. You can see right here, 539, 540 level, right here where that used to be resistance, right? Used to be resistance around that 539, 540 level. Now possible support where you can pull back and bounce off of that key level. But what's on top? 552, thus putting you in what? A range as of now. Putting you in a little range between 552, 539, 540 level. So you have these bottoms and you have these tops. So you can clearly see what it's doing. You clearly see what it's doing. You can clearly see the overall setup look like an ascending triangle pattern, don't it? So it does look like it's trying to transition to an uptrend where you're bouncing, stay on top of that uptrend. Look like you're trying to have buyers step in where this wedge is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And what's the main thing that's in your way before the breakout? Is going to be this trend line and what price? 552. So what needs to happen? Well, what do buyers need to break above? 552. Because once you break above 552 level, you'll go from 552, thus putting you in a range of 565 up to 570. Because now you'll be back in this range. Now you get it? Now you guys get it? So if you break back above 552, you have room to run up to what? 565. 565. Then once you break back above that price point, you have room to run up to what? 577. So right now, all they're trying to do is try to get back in this range. But what's in the way? 552. They haven't broken above that price point just yet. So again, they do have room to run up to it, but they're still considered a resistance until you break above that price point. So you could see a little possible pullback today. You know, as long as they hold that range, they still can build their way back up toward the upside for that possible break of 552. But the reason why you're starting to get a little pullback and a little fade, because what are you hitting? You're hitting that trend line, right? You have yet to break above the trend line, which is why you're seeing that candle go from green to red. Because every time you hit that purple trend line, you get a rejection and come back down. You hit that trend line, get rejected, come back down. Hit that trend line, get a rejection, come back down. Hit that trend line, get a rejection, come back down. What are we hitting right now? Purple trend line, right? We have not yet broken it. So therefore, that's still considered resistance. So you may get a pullback today where you hit that trend line and then get a nice little pullback down between price points around 542.90 and that area 530, 540 range. So keep that in mind. So, which is why I said that we could see a possible pullback down toward what? 542.90 to that areas of 539. So just keep that on watch. Downtrend is still holding Queen. So right now he's still looking good. Shout out to my guy Dick. How we looking, boss? 10,000. Shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to the GOAT. That's my guy there, boy. I love Dick. That's my guy. So right now, Queen, you still looking good. You still looking good. You still need that trend line. Still need that trend line. You still have that inverted cup and handle pattern going on. But like I said, what we need to crack is that 546.22. So therefore, we can fall back in this range of 545 down to 544. But it's still, we still setting up for that little possible inverted cup and handle. So I'm watching it with you. So right now you're still looking good. You still have room to fade. So you still got time for that bad boy to still fade down. So just give it some time. Give it some time. Like I said, I'm going to work with you through it. I'm going to do the best that I can to help you out of your situation because I know you got in around 544 and we're going to try to do our best to work your way through it, whether again you break even or make some type of profit. So I'm going to do the best that I can. So I'm going to do the best that I can, Queen. I got you. But just don't forget about the ranges, guys, next week. Because you got to keep in mind, what is the area that we just talked about? What's the area that the buyers need to break going into next week or so forth? 552. What is the area that we holding above? Between that 530.50 to that 540 level. That's your floor. Tesla. Damn, we hit 280 Tesla. 280 Tesla, guys. 280 Tesla. Next key level, 285. Next key level, 285. God dang, Tesla running. Good Lord. Gee, that bad boy still trying. What Google doing? Did Google rebound or still pulling back? Still pulling back from that 168 level. Still pulling back from its mark after that initial run after the earnings. So right now you're definitely getting that pullback down on Google. Google's fading, but Tesla's running. So from 280, if you're in on calls on Tesla, as long as that 280 level holds, you got room to run up towards that 285. So keep that on watch. So what we're gonna do is for Tesla, for my Tesla traders. We're going to set a little mini channel. I'm going to take a red one. I'm going to put 290 for tops. And then I'm going to take another one, set up 285 mid. That'll be a mid area. So we're going to set up a little channel on Tesla for my Tesla traders who are still in long. Let's do this real quick. And we're going to set up one for 285. That'll be your midpoint area. All right, and then bottoms are 280. So we're gonna try to create a little range real quick with that bad boy for my longs on Tesla to see can we hold these bad boys. All right, so let's do this real quick, guys. All right, it's all right. 280 should be your bottoms as of now. That's the little range that we're in. So right now we're barely, so slightly holding on top of that 280. So as long as those bars can hold that 280, you do have room to push up to that 285. But keep in mind, you are getting a little bit overextended. A little bit overextended. Well, you do have possible room to fall back to again, if you do crack that 280, you do have room to possibly fall back to 275. But right now, we're still holding and still pushing. But you are getting overextended. That bad boy is still pushing, though. So you do have 285 left. 285 next. So if those buys can keep continuously pushing, you do have room to push up to 285. SPY, like I said, 246.22 for my puts. Crack that key level for more downside to come. So, but keep in mind, we'll be in a range as of now based off the 180 chart. Tops, it's going to be around 552. Bottoms is going to be around that 540-ish level, 539.50, 540 level. I think I did set a line back down to the bottoms. I think I should have one. Yeah. Oh, that was the one that Zero called out. But the one I have, I think it's around 539.50. 539.50 if I'm not mistaken. Should be around, 539.50. But right now, downtrend is still trying to hold, guys. Downtrend is still trying to set itself up. Like I said, we just need to crack this price point. Crack that price point, 546.22. We can start to move our way back down towards that 545, down towards that 544 level. We'll start to see that decline in a downtrend, a descending wedge squeeze. You'll see a descending wedge squeeze back down to the downside. But that is going to be the main price point. That should pivot. 546.22. So definitely keep that on watch because that's a make and break. You hold it, it does have room to push this way back up. Below it, you do have your room to push your way back down towards the 544. So keep it on watch. For puts, crack that 546.22. 546.22, you got to crack that key level. We want to see that crack. Want to see that fall. Because it does still look weak. It does still look weak because you have yet to still get back above 547. So you're back going to need that price point. Right now we're at 546. Okay. So, what we want to see is kind of like a 50-cent decline. So we want to see, we already underneath 547. So we want to get underneath 546.50. From 546.50, we want to go back down to 546. Then we want to go down to 545.50, 545, 544.50, and so forth. That's what we want to see. So right now, we'll be battling around 546.50. So we want to see a decline underneath that price point. So therefore, 546.50 will turn into resistance. From that price point, then you go 50 cents down to 546. Then from 546, you'll go back down to 545.50. From 545.50 down to 545. So right now, look what we're underneath. 546. There you go. See? Bam. So from that price point, so there we go. So from that price point, you want to see 545.50. So let's see, can we crack 546? 546, we should be pulling back down towards that 545.50. From 545.50 down to 545. So let's see. So right now, you're starting to get that little decline. And remember, guys, what pattern did Queen, what pattern did I call out? What we still got in front of us, Queen. And for my puts on SPY, what pattern do we still have in front of us? What pattern, Queen? Still got that pattern setting up. So give it time to set itself up. Give it time to still set itself up. Yep, inverted cup and handle, exactly. Cup, handle, there you go. Still setting itself up. Once we start to crack that 546 level, then you got room to 545. Right back down to these bottoms of 544.33. Once you crack that key level, we need to crack that one down. So therefore, we can fall back down towards the 542.91, back down toward the 541.80. And the reason why I called out 541.80, that's that old area where we held at yesterday, and then went on that nice move back up toward the upside. So and see, that's gonna be another beauty thing. So I'm gonna show y'all. It's somewhat like two inverted cup of handles in one, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. So if we can get this, guys. So you already have cup and handle number one, inverted cup and handle number one. So you'll have this one, right here. So this will be an inverted cup and handle number one. One right here, bam, 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 bam. Inverted cup and handle number one. Once we get that crack below that 544.33, then you got room to fall back down towards that 542.91, back down to that what price point? 541.80, right? So if we do that correctly, that would be a possible second setup around that area. If we do this and we extend the cup out a little bit further, we get that nice pull back down, all the way back down to that. That'll make another cup, right? That'll make another cup. So that'll be cup number two. Because now once you bounce back on up, what's going to be resistance now? 544.33. Because there's no longer support. Creating another what? Inverted cup and handle pattern at that price point. Where once you fall back, you have room to come back down to what? Bam! Now y'all see? It's all about just waiting on the setups. So here you go. See, look. Bam. Inverted cup and handle number one. See? Inverted cup and handle number one. There you go. Shout out to y'all. But see how easy it is to call it? And how to spot it. It's not hard at all to spot it, man. See? There y'all go. So far, so good. So far, so good. Inverted cup and handle number one. long as you stay underneath that 546, you good. Because therefore, you got room to fall back down. Because remember what I told y'all. From that 546, we should be possibly pulling back down towards the 545.50. From that 545.50, we should start to pull back down to 545. Then from that point, we'll fall back into the 44s. So keep that on watch. So right now, handle is forming. Starting to get that drop right underneath that price point of what? 546.22. So there go the handle. So far so good. So far so good. We want to stay underneath that price point. Want to close underneath it. What time we got? Got about what? 6 minutes? 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. You want to stay underneath that price point. So far started pulling. So look like we may start to see some sellers try to come in to start pulling back underneath that price point. So right now, that inverted cup and handle pattern is starting to set off. Inverted cup and handle just starting to find. So engineer. I was helping out the puts so far. I told them to be on watch out for that possible inverted cup and handle pattern. In order for us to get the ball rocking rolling on that completely, we need to crack underneath and stay underneath that 546.22. Oh, engineer, didn't I tell y'all to look out for that channel pattern yesterday? Didn't I not? And y'all thought it was gonna fall? Remember when me and Charlie Queen was going at it? Remember? Me and Charlie Queen was going at it, talking about drop baby, drop baby, drop baby. I say, guys, be careful. Remember before I left out of my live yesterday, I said what to look out for was that range. I said if they hold a range, 9 times out of 10 they're going for a channel breakout. Didn't I not say that? You my witness. I said that. Because everybody got all excited, jumping in on push. They was about to fall off the face of the earth. I said, guys, be mindful that you are in the range between 546.22, 544.33. I said the only way that we can see a successful sell-off is underneath that price point. I said, but keep in mind, though, if they hold that range, they're going to try to move back up towards the upside. I said, because normally when they try to hold a range, they try to go for a channel breakout. And what happened yesterday? Right above that 546.22, breakout. I told them. I told y'all, Queen. I told y'all. As far as Tesla, right now, I mean, the momentum is still pushing. As long as those buyers hold that 280 range, you do have room to possibly push your way back up towards that, close towards that 285 range. So that's why, if you notice, I got my channel already set up. So I already got the channel already set up, and I already have my alerts sitting at 285. So as long as they hold that 280 level, you do have room to possibly push your way up towards that 285 level. So I already got that set up for those who are in Tesla. But I also told them, do be mindful that you are getting somewhat overextended. So you are somewhat getting overextended. So if those we were to fall back underneath that 280 mark, you do have possible room to possibly fall down towards that close towards that 275 range, which will put you towards that back down towards that 9 EMA. But as long as they hold at 280, as those indicators are pulling up, you do have room to possibly push your way back up towards 285. But like I said, it is getting a little overextended. So right now, what's holding it up is momentum. So momentum is holding that bad boy up at this time. So as long as they can continuously hold up that 280 level, allow those indicators to move up to it, that's less of a dramatic drop you'll have to deal with. So for a SPY, like I said, we're still watching this setup. Like I said, that main price point, guys, 546.22. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the make or break. Like I said, we just want to crack underneath that price point. That's gonna be your make or break. That's why I said, guys, we need to fall underneath it. Because I still look weak. I mean, even though buyers are still trying to push, you still need the downtrend regardless, and you still are in somewhat of a descending wedge. So I mean, I have yet to see a short squeeze, because if a short squeeze was to continue or start, they're gonna try to push. They're gonna try to push back above that 548. If a short squeeze was to occur, but as long as you stay underneath that key level, still weakness, because you're back underneath the 50 SMA. Right now, like I said, you're in the range still of 546.22, around that 547.85, because you have yet to break out, still have yet to crack. So right now, you're in the range going sideways still, but it still looks weak to me because descending wedge still setting up where it looked like we could, again, but those bears have to come in aggressive and close underneath that price point of 546.22. So therefore, we can see that pull back down to 545, down to the 544 levels. So it look like they're trying to do it. Look like they're trying to give the pull. So let's see. Let's see. Can they successfully close underneath that price point? Right back into the 545s. Because I'm trying to help Queen out on her situation. So I'm trying to help her either break even or catch some type of profit. Because would it be good, Queen, is once you crack that 544.33, you do have room to fall back down towards that 542.91. So therefore, you can still get some profit, because that'll be a $2 profit down from the 544 where you at. So I'm still keeping on watch, because right now you're underneath 546.22. Right now, at this moment, you're underneath it. 2 minutes to close, and right now, look like you may be closing underneath that price point. So it look like you may have a possible successful candle finally closing back underneath that price point of 546.22. So you got about almost a minute in. So keep it on watch. As long as that candle stays underneath and close, that means now that 546.22 is now going to be resistance from possibly. So keep that on watch. Look like now sellers are trying to close underneath that price point. So as long as the body of that candle stays underneath that price point, possible more downside is coming. So you see how buyers are trying to push back up, but right now it's still looking weak because I don't think there's enough buying strength to even try to push back up. So let's see. Because the way this is looking, because it's still not looking strong right now. Because even though Tesla's doing this thing, I mean, SPY is just still, man. Because once you hit that 550, you start to come back down. So there you go right now, Queen. As of now, 546.22. We got about 20 seconds. So watch that 546.22 level to see. Make sure that body of that candle close underneath. Look like it is. So right now, that's gonna be one successful candle closing, finally closing underneath that red line. So that should work in your favor, Queen. So that should work in your favor. Got about 5. Oh yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. It's coming down. It's a wrap. That's a wrap. Gap down. Bam. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Let's see. That's where I'm gonna tell you why, engineer. Why it's pulling back today. I'm gonna tell y'all why it's pulling back. Cause that was to be expected, and I'm gonna tell you why. Why was that to be expected? Why you getting a pullback day to day? This is why, engineer. Let me go to it real quick. This is why this was to be expected. Because it did what it was supposed to do, right? It hit that what? It hit that trend line. It did what it was supposed to do. So that's why you're getting that pullback day. So that's why today's a pullback. So that was to be expected. Because you can see every time you hit that purple trend line, you always, as I told Queen about, you get rejected, you come back on down. Run up to that purple line, get rejected, come back on down. Purple trend line, get rejected, come back on down. Purple trend line, get rejected, come back on down. So that was to be expected because it hit that target area that it was supposed to hit. And you have to keep in mind that that 552 level is still resistance. So what was old support can turn into what? Resistance. So that was expected to happen. But, engineer, still at the same time, it still has an opportunity to still break out, possibly going into next week. Because you're in a range right now of 540, 552, and you're still on an ascending triangle pattern. So, why? Because that level, that around that 539.50, 540, was an old resistant area. Because you can see every time we would hit around that price point, we get rejected, come back on down. Hit around that price point, get rejected, come right back on down. What happened now? We broke above that key level, right? So that means that we have to turn that green now because that's possible support going into next week. So that's putting us in a range of 540, 539.50, and an area of 540, 552, right? Because old support can turn into what? Resistance, and it hit right where it's supposed to and got that rejection and right back down. But this time, it's setting up more of an ascending triangle pattern. That's in a channel now that could go for a possible squeeze next week. That could possibly push because you got to pay close attention. Look at your indicators. Your 9 EMA is curling its way back up, right? Look at that. Look at that 9 EMA. It's no longer at the bottom like it was before. See that? When that blue indicator was at the bottom, what was happening? You drop. But look what that indicator's doing now. The indicator's curling its way back up. See that? And now you're above that 50 SMA, which is now no longer resistance, but now support. So anytime you was underneath that 50 SMA, you would hit that 50 SMA, come right back down. 50 SMA, come right back on down. 50 SMA, come right back on down. But look what happened. You broke above it finally. You finally broke above it, now going from the bearish side of things to now the bullish side of things. So in other words, engineer, it could be setting itself up for a possible opportunity next week. So keep in mind, we could possibly be seeing a downtrend breakout next week. So I'm just telling you what to be mindful of. Next week, Queen, next week. Could be setting itself up for a nice little move next week. Because it'd be setting itself up for something like that next week. You guys maybe have some earnings around the corner coming up too. That could be leading to a possible squeeze. So that could be. So get a rejection here. Hold that key level. Bounce your way back on up. Bam. So it's a possibility. Just being honest, engineer. No, it's not difficult. It's about reading. It's about understanding the setups. That's it. Look. It did what it was supposed to do, engineer. Look. It did what it was supposed to do. It respected that trend line. So it's not about, it's difficult. It's about reading it. Look. Pay close attention. Look. Right up. Purple trend line, rejection. Purple trend line, rejection. Purple trend line, rejection. Purple trend line. So how is it difficult? And if it's telling you right there what it's doing, and on what type of reaction it has every time it hits that purple trend line, you pull back. 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 But now this time, you're above this price point, which is around that 539, 540 level. Now support, because now you're above that price point that can now be utilized for a bottom where you can stay within its range. Hold that trend line for that reversal back up, which will break you out of that downtrend setup towards the upside. Now, that happens. I'm just speaking possibilities ahead of time. Now, if that happens, and we get back above 552, remember the old area here, 552, right? We break above that price point, that'll put us back in this range between 565, 570. Why? Because look what happened back here last time we was in the channel. 552, 565, 570, right? Fell back on down. 552, 565, rejected, come back on down. That'll put us back in that range. So the main thing that we need to break out, 552. Turn that back into support. Easy. It's not hard to read. It's just it's by understanding it. So today was expected to pull back because what did you hit? That purple trend line. That was expected. So now you get it? Purple trend line. Purple trend line. Purple trend line. Purple trend line. See that? Rejection. 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 It's about as easy as you could get on that. So it's not hard to read it. It's about understanding it. That's it. Don't make trading difficult. Like you gotta look outside the window to get a better understanding of it. Why do you think I like doing swing trades now? Because I can read those charts. And I started taking my time because I used to be impatient. You know, I used to get impatient and just do stupid stuff. I used to do it all the time. But I had to learn how to be better. But like I said, you got a capability in an engineer. You got a capability. And I'm going to tell you, the only thing that you and Queen got to work on is y'all patience. That's it. Y'all just have to work on y'all patience. Because, again, as Dex stated, I stated, AK stated, everybody stated, the market don't care about our damn feelings. It don't care what we want. So we have to just go along with the movement of the market. How is it moving? What price points is it moving? Is this week an uptrend? Is this week a downtrend? You know, what price points are we rotating around? Just like we did, a few weeks ago, remember? 559, 570. 559, 570. 559, 570 till we broke above 570, went for a little breakout. And then what price point do we fall back underneath? 570. And then we fell back down to 559, but we stayed within that what? Range. Think about it. So it's not difficult. It's about just understanding and having the patience to, watch the setups. That's it. Watch the setups. Because, yeah, the market may be slow. I know. But look at the overall setup. By just looking at today's intraday, no, you ain't going to see nothing but choppiness. That's all you're going to see, right? Because you're not looking outside of the box. If you look outside the box, you can see a better understanding on what the market is actually doing and why it's doing it. So, if you're just looking at today's movement, it just looks choppy. Of course, it just looks choppy. But if you take a look outside of that, then you can see the overall setup and what it's doing and why it's doing what it's doing. That's it. So again, if people just looking at today's movement, it don't make any type of okay, let me put it like this, engineer. If I was to push back all of this other stuff, you don't see nothing else, right? Does this look like a pattern? Can you make something out of that? No. It just looks like it look choppy, right? It's just up, down, up, down, up, down. It's frustrating. Cause in your mind, you don't know. It look like the market don't know what it want to do, right? But if you take a step back this way, what do you have? You had somewhat of a what? Inverted cup and handle pattern, which is why once you ran here, you got that handle and you fell back down to what price point? 544.33. But like I said, and I understand what he's saying. But what did we just go over? What could be the pot engineer? And I understand what AK's saying, and I respect it. But what did I just show you? What is the possibility going into next week? I showed you the overall setup going into next week. I told you, today was expected that we was going to possibly pull back today because you hit that purple trend line. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Queen. 552, right? So that was expected that was going to happen because old support turns into new resistance. So yesterday, after the market spiked up around 552, what happened? You got rejected right back on down. And not just that, what else did I show you? The purple trend line, right? Every time you hit that purple trend line, pull back. Purple trend line, pull back. But the only difference now, this time, is that you have a floor in the area that we finally broke above, which is around that 539.50, that 540 level, right? Because now that's putting you in the channel. 539.40, 539.50, or if you want to round it, 540, 552, 552. So that today was expected. I mean, I expected that pullback, that was coming. But yeah, but you get it though, right? So you know the target area, right? 550, exactly, 552. 552 is that initial target, right up here. 552. Now, could it run up to it today? If, we do get a short squeeze. But a short squeeze is still possible. Today's Fridays. We normally see what? Short squeezes on Fridays. Anything is possible. Anything is possible to still, it still can happen. I mean, could it still push up to 552 today? Still a possibility. Short squeezes, depending on how many contracts are expiring, how many traps are being set. Where buyers can step in and push. I mean, it's still possibilities. Where that bad boy could still push up to 550, 552. It's still a possibility where they can do it. But you got to keep in mind that main resistance is going to be 552. So we know that. We got that locked in right now, Queen. So we know that for sure. 552 is going to definitely be that area that we need to break and hold above. So we know that for sure. But today was expected. Like I said, that was expected to happen today, the pullback. Because you did hit the purple trend line on the 180 chart. That was expected to happen. But it could be setting up going into next week. And we went over the economic data that's coming out next week. I think the main ones is going to be, GDP. I think for sure we're going to have the non-farm payroll data Friday. So for next week, let me see, engineers. So nothing scheduled Monday. Let me see. Yeah, GDP Wednesday, PCE data. Thursday, the normal, initial jobless claims. And Friday, that's going to be the, anytime you see like unemployment rate, wages and all that, that's your non-farm payroll data. That's what that means. That's non-farm payroll data. Anytime you see U.S. unemployment report, all that stuff, hourly wages, that's your non-farm payroll data. So still keeping it on watch though. Still keeping it on watch. But yeah, Queen, you see how they don't want to give up that 546.22? See how I don't want to give it up? 546.22, they don't want to give it up for nothing. Like they refuse to let that 546.22 go. Like they are refusing. Like it looked like you remember how we talked about this before the other Friday when I said it looked like they were trying to hold a certain level to try to stall those puts out of their contracts when they try to stall them by holding a certain key level because of time decay and all that crap. So it looked like they trying to do that right. They trying to do it at this moment. As long as they hold that 546.22, look like they're trying to stall them out of their contracts. Because you think about it, what a push trying to go for? They're trying to go for the 546.22 crack back down to the 544s and so forth, right? It's not doing that just yet because those buyers are trying to hold a specific area because they're trying to stall them out of their contracts. Because once they stall them out, time decay is kicking in. Time decay, contracts are becoming worthless and so forth. So look like they're trying to stall them out. All crypto stocks are going up like crazy. MSTR, Bitcoin. Appreciate you, Queen. Let me check it out. Yeah, because we know what you calling it is pulling back. So MSTR. Let me see. Excuse me. MSTR. Oh yeah, been on the uptrend ever since. Yeah, been on the uptrend since what 300? No, before that. Damn, this thing been uptrending since when? Because he had bottoms around 224, and it looked like it's been uptrend ever since 224 level. And it's just been going up. Yeah, it's just been on an uptrend all the way. Now you're up to 3. Damn. So imagine all the people that got in at 224 holding that damn thing. When was that? What day was that? That 224? When was that? That was what? The 8th. So let me check out something. Let me see something real quick. So the eighth. There go that little short squeeze that we talking about. They look like they're trying to go for that short squeeze. Because they refuse to give up that 546. Alright, and MSTR. Let me see real quick, Queen. Let me see how that bad boy looking. So what was it? 224 was the bottoms that was dated for the 8th, right? MSTR. Let me see. Oh yeah. Let me see. Do I have a 180 on that one? I do have a 180. Oh, ain't got no lines on this damn thing. Oh yeah, cause they've been uptrending since. Oh yeah, I do see it. Yeah, since the 520s. Hey, that bad boy been uptrending ever since those pullbacks, like right around that 525ish level. That's what it looked like. Let me see. They're around 525. Look like. Yeah, 525 engineer. 525, 525. I'm sorry, 225. 225, 225, 225. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. Oh, shoot. I'm coming. Hold on. God dog it. I'm sorry. I'm coming. But I do apologize. I'm so sorry. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that bad boy been, god dang, 225. And look at that range it was in. How you could have profited off of MSTR engineer like more than once. Off of that 225. 225. 225. 225. Yeah, I mean, man, you could have been making a decent amount. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right now, Queen. Ah, boy. Jeez Louise. Cause right now, cause I'm looking at the not yet you Queen. I'm looking at the price, cause they just look they trying to break out of that downtrend setup in Queen. Look like they trying to break out of that downtrend. You still above the VWAP, the 90 MA, and the 20. So yeah, definitely be careful. Be careful, because we still have not cracked underneath. Because you're still above the 90 MA, 20 MA, VWAP still. The only area that you do have is gonna be right underneath that 558, which you still haven't broken yet. But look like buyers are trying to go for that downtrend breakout. Just be careful. Let me see. I'm gonna try to see what I can do. Let's see. Because we haven't broken back above this old area here yet. That's gonna be around 570. I'm sorry, 547.50 yet. 547.60. You still need that. But look like I'm just gonna be honest, Queen. I'm just being honest with what I see. You know, I'm not trying to make nothing up. It looked like what I see is they trying to go for an indicator. See how that 90 MA is curling its way back up? Look like they're trying to create some type of squeeze. Like they're trying to go back this way. It looked like it's trying to go for a squeeze. So yeah, be careful. Definitely be careful. Cause I see what that 90 MA is doing. 90 MA is crossing back up towards the upside, right back above that 20 EMA. The only thing they have to, because what the buyers need to do. That's why I said if those buys break above that 548, that's going to put them above that 50 SMA, because you'll be above all three indicators. So you'll be above the VWAP, 20, and 9. So the only area that they need to break out that's holding them back is going to be that 50, which is lining up right around that 548. But it does look like buys are trying to go for a push. And your indicators are curling its way back up slightly. So yeah, just be mindful of that, because right now, what is this? 547.50? 547.50 range right here. Okay. Because I know you don't want to jump out. Okay. So I'm gonna put a price. I'll put a line right at 547.50 to see if those buyers gonna stand up, if those sellers gonna hold it. If they start to push above the 547.50, Queen, that means that they're definitely trying to reverse that play. They're definitely trying to go for that squeeze back up to 548. So I'm trying to do the best that I can to help you out. So I'm trying to find every area. I'm trying, but it looks like those buyers are trying to step in right now. I'm just being honest. Look like buyers are trying to step in. So I'm gonna put one at 547.50. So I'm gonna put one right here. See what got rejected? I'm gonna put one right at 547.50 to see if they're gonna get rejected. But look like they pushing. Yeah, so yeah, Queen, be careful. Because I see that 90 MA starting to curl his way back up. 90 MA starting to curl his way back on up. I mean, we're still in this little gap field still. Because once that gap closes in between those indicators, it's gonna try to go for a squeeze. Now the only reason why it's going up and down, because you got so much room to still move back and forth. between the 9 MA, 20 MA, which is down here, and that 50 SMA. Now, once those indicators starting to tighten up, you may see a potential squeeze. You may see a potential squeeze in due time. So you can see right here, let me go a little bit closer to it. So, okay, you see how you got the 9 MA and the 20 MA all the way down here? And you got that 50 SMA right here? So you got a lot of space to still kind of go back and forth, because your indicators down here can be utilized for support, and that indicator can still be utilized for resistance because you can't break it. So right now it's going to be a lot of back and forth until those indicators start to slowly like move up, kind of start to close that gap. But just at the fact that you still got a lot of room until it does. That's why you're going to see a lot of back and forth. You're going to see a lot of back and forth. So watch that 5. So right now the next area I put was 547.50. So 547.50 is getting rejected at this time. So 547.50 is still holding up as resistance, with room to still pull back down this way. Because you have nothing to really hold you. Because all your indicators are all the way back down here, and your resistance is all the way up here. So it's nothing to hold it. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth right now. Because it's going in between this gap fill between that 50 and those two indicators. So it's going to be back and forth. But that 9 MA is trying to slowly move its way up this way. I mean, it's just slow. If you notice, see how that 9 MA keeps trying to pick itself up? Because at one point, you remember, it was down here. Now it's starting to curl its way up this way. So it may be setting up for something later on. I'm just being honest. Look like it's slowly trying to set itself up for something later on coming up, which is going to take a little bit of time. It's gonna definitely set up for something. So right now, 547.50 resistance still holding. That's why I put that line right here. So I'm trying to help you out the best that I can. So I'm trying to see if we can stay underneath that price point back down. But the way that this bad boy is trying to curl itself up, I mean, once again, you're above the VWAP, you're above the 9 MA, and you're above the 20 once again. Because we didn't fall underneath and close, underneath those indicators where we start to see that continuation fall. They keep getting right back on top of them. So that's what I'm telling you. Be careful. And today is Friday. Because they'll try to find a way to go for a short squeeze. They'll try to find some type of way to create a short squeeze in some type of way. Because like I said, today's Friday. A lot of contracts expire today. They will try to find a way to create some type of short squeeze in some form or fashion. They're going to try to create something. Because like I said, you got to think about it. Fridays, a lot of people have contracts that goes down, within a week, Monday through Fridays. Half of the time, a lot of traders' contracts end on Fridays. So due to expiration dates and all this, so it's going to be you're going to start to see a lot of volatility soon, start to kick in due to that time decay. So you're going to start to see some volatility. But engineer, man, yeah, MSTR, yeah, you would have definitely banked on that, especially around at 225, off of calls. As we pull back down to those levels, oh, you would have definitely caught a lot of those. I mean, yeah. Now now the next level look like 400. So you might be in this range, this old range here. Between that 345-ish up to 400, when you got rejected at right here. So it may be trying to create a new range where you do have possible room to push up towards that area 400. What's this area here first though before you get to 400? Is that what is that, 376-ish? Let me see something. So it looks like it's in a new range. So you already broke out of this range for sure, engineer. You broke out of this range. Now you're in a new range. So let me try to let me see what I can, figure out on that one. But I mean, it does look like still pushing. It does look like it's still pushing. So that other one is at 400. So I'm going to set up one there. Oops. Yeah, 400. So let me set that one up. Alright, 400 on that note. So up here where you got rejected at. And then you got this little area right about here where you got rejected at. That looked like around 75, 76-ish. It's like a little mid area right here. What is that? So it looks like a little mid area. When you got rejected before you went back up to the tops. So it looked like a little, I'm trying to figure out what is that? Yeah, see where you got room to run up to, engineer? Based off of that, see where you ran up to and got rejected and came back down? What price point was that exactly? Let me see if I can figure it out real quick. Hold up. Let me see if I can try to figure it out real quick. Go back. Right. Damn, that's damn near spot on. 75.61. Let me see. Is that correct? Let me make sure that's right. 75.61? Let me see. 75, 61. Yeah, about right. Yeah, so once you got back above that, around that 45-ish level, 345, you ran up towards that 375, 61, then you got that dump back on down. Then you got that U-shaped pattern when you broke above that price point, then ran up to 400, and then you came right back on down underneath that 375, and then back underneath 345 right here. 345, 345, go back, go back, go back, go back. And now you're broken above 345, trying to push up towards that 370. Yeah, so engineer, look like that's where you're trying to push back up to, 375. Look like you got room to still push up to that 375 range. So you look like you're back in that old range again on MSTR. So that's what it looked like. Back in that old range again. So you see it, engineer? You see that? How that 345, it acted as support and resistance. You see how when you ran up towards that 345, you fell on down to 325. 225. Then bounced off of 225. Rebroke back above 345, putting you back in this range. Because like I said, when you ran up this way, you got rejected at where? 375. Came on down. You shaped your way back above 375, ran up to 400, and then dumped on off. So that's what it looked like. It looked like you're on this uptrend, still trying to go up toward these bad boys. So the next key area, that looked like engineer, looked like around 375. That's that old area here. So looked like it has room around 375. Tesla. Oh wait, how low can Tesla go? Tesla. Let me see. Well, right now you're still holding at 280. You're still in that range of 280, 285. Again, if you crack that 280, you do have room to pull back down towards the 275-ish range. Back down to this old right here. See where you had this little bounce? It's almost around 275. See that? 275 bounce. So you crack 280, 275. As long as you hold 280, you have room to run up to 285. So right now it's still on an uptrend. I mean, overall, it's still on the uptrend. 280 still holding. I mean, it's uptrend, pullback, bounce. So, I mean, still on an uptrend as far as Tesla's sake. Queen, still watching that 247.50. 247.50. So, like I said, you see how that indicator is slowly still trying to curl its way up. But like I said, and the reason why you're getting a lot of back and forth is because you're ping-ponging in between those indicators, the 9 MA and 20, and you got that 50 that's still holding up as resistance. So that's why you're kind of ping-ponging back and forth. But if you notice, the space in between those indicators is kind of getting a little tighter. Queen, if you notice that space is getting tighter as those indicators curl up. Because before then, you see how all the indicators spread out. You had the 50 up here. You had the 20 here. You had the 9 here. How they was all spread out. But now you got the 9 and the 20 working together because now they didn't merge. Now what you have now is those two versus this one. So before then, it was all spread out all over the place, where the market was reacting off of each one of them. So that caused a lot of choppiness. And I'm going to show you, for example, Queen, because when they all spread it out, they all acted as resistance. So when you ran up, 50 SMA. Pull back. So you got to see where you got stopped at, 20 EMA. Then you fell underneath the 9 EMA. See, but now that you're back above those two bad boys, now it's acting as support. Now you have that area right around that 547.50. So I'm just saying, Queen, I'm just being honest. The way this is setting up, and I'm just being honest with you, it looked like it wants to try to curl its way back up towards the upside for that possible push above that 547.50 up to that 548. So I'm just being honest. That's what it looked like it wants to do, because you have broken above that downtrend setup. See that? Yeah, broken above that. You're no longer underneath that bad boy. What time does this candle close? 3 minutes. Especially if that candle stays on top, because you're breaking out of the downtrend. You're breaking out of the downtrend because remember when you were underneath that purple line. Remember what I told you? We talked about that being a border, right? Anytime you were underneath that purple line, bearish, bearish, bearish. Now look what's happening. You're getting a break above it. Now you're going from the bearish side of it, Queen, to now the damn near the bullish side. Because now you're breaking above that downtrend setup. Now buyers are stepping back in to where now you're reversing going this way. So yeah, be careful. Yeah, definitely be careful. Because look like they're breaking out of that downtrend to push back up towards the upside. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Definitely be careful. Because you have went on that downtrend breakout. Downtrend is starting to break out. So be careful. Because you're no longer underneath that, Queen. Yeah, you're no longer underneath it. You're no longer underneath it. So downtrend has definitely broke. So the next key level from now this downtrend setup, now the next thing that those buys are going to go for is that 548. Because if they go for that possible 548 breakout, that's going to now put them above the what indicator? 50 SMA. So that's going to put them above that strong indicator, which is what was holding you down. Now can hold them up if they get that break above that price point. So watch that carefully. So watch that. See, watch. Let me show you for example. So you see when you were underneath that red indicator, pull back. Red indicator, pull back, because that was a strong resistance. Now look where you're at right now trying to test it. So those buyers go for that squeeze and go for that push. They're trying to go towards that 548, because if they go above 548 and close, that's going to get them above that 50 SMA, which now the 50 SMA can be utilized for possible support. Because now you'll be breaking above that indicator, going from the bearish side of things to now the bullish side. And you see what those buyers are trying to do, right? See what they're trying to do? They're trying to break above that 50 SMA. They're trying to go, they're trying. It's still holding up as resistance. Still hold up as resistance because that's still a strong wall. Still a strong wall at this moment. Still a strong wall. You got to keep that in mind. You still have yet to break above it. But you can see clearly what they're trying to do. You can clearly see what the buyers are trying to do. But again, they already got one thing on their side, and that's that downtrend right now as of now, because they're broken above the downtrend setup. Now, again, what they're trying to go for, they're trying to break above that indicator and above that 548. So that's the only other thing that's going to be in their way. But they are trying to push. They're definitely trying to go for that squeeze. You can clearly see that. And they got a gap up. And they got a gap up right above that 547.50. So you know exactly you see what they're trying to do. You see exactly what they're trying to do. Man, I just wish some volatility to move in that damn contract I had. I can't do nothing. It's like, like I said, that was a horrible contract I picked too, man. It was just horrible. That one sucked. I should have did a way better job in that, man. I mean, I'm disappointed in myself on that one. Unless, let me see what TQQ is doing, because what price point, in order for this damn thing, my contract to move, what do I need? Let me see what I need TQQ to do. Because right now, I mean, we definitely trying to go for a squeeze, but I need to see what I need TQQ to do. Let me see. Well, I can see something. Even if it move a little bit, well, I can take something. But let me see where we at. I mean, we have 52. Because my strike price is at 60. It's just not... Let me see. Yeah, like I said, that was on me picking that contract. That was stupid. So, let me see. I mean, it is setting up to possibly push. Push up towards that 55 on that TQQQ. Because if those buyers... So let me show y'all if you're in on TQQQ, if you're in on it. So if you're in on a contract, I'm just saying for example, so you're gonna need those buys to get above that old close on that candle. That's gonna be around that 552.88 when you can start to reverse that candle. So that means you can turn that into support. So we can flip the candle, red to green, where we can utilize that 552.88 to start pushing our way back up, back or towards 54 to 55. So that's what needs to happen on TQQQ for my TQQQ traders who may be trading on this bad boy. So we just need to get on top of that 52.88 because that's that candle's close. Where we can reverse that candle red to green for that possible continuation push towards this way, towards the 54.55 range. So if we can get that bad boy to flip, because right now we have 52.75. So right now it's still looking good. I mean, we get the flip, get on top of 52.88. I mean, you still got room to possibly, push this way towards the upside. So, yeah. See, Queen, that's why I was telling you to be careful. See, when you got in at 44, when you said 44, I was like, ooh, like, man, like my I ain't gonna lie, Queen, my heart dropped. Like, yeah, when you said 44, I was like, no. And Queen, you was with me when I broke down the channel setup. That's why I was like shocked when you picked 44 to get in on a put. So I was like, when you got in around here, I was like, Queen, you gotta remember that's the area where we held and bounced when we went from 544 up to that 546. That's why I was like, when you told me when you got in at as that intro, I was like, no, don't do that. Because again, whenever you want to go in for a put, you want to go up towards these tops, not these bottoms, because the bottoms is where buyers are sitting at. This is a demand zone, not a supply zone. Your supply zones are sitting at the tops up here. This is where your supply zones is at. So that's why if you notice, that's why you always see those transitions: red to green, green to red, pull back, red to green. Green to red, pull back. So that's where because psychologically you know where your sellers are sitting at. But that's why when you said 44, I was like, oh, no. I was like, oh, man. Yeah, that's a trap. That's a trap. I mean, and not just that, Queen, you can see the traps. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. You can see the traps over and over and over. Every time puts try to go down, look, Queen, go back and look at your charts. Go to your 15-minute time frames and look at those lower shadows. Nothing but bad traps. Every time you came down to the price point of 544.33, look at that. Bad trap. Bad trap. Bad trap. Bad trap. Go from yesterday. Bad trap. Bad trap. Bad trap. Bad trap. Bad trap. But you see that? All across the board. Same exact area. Same exact area, Queen. Look at that. 544. Bad trap. Bad trap. Bad trap. Bad trap. You can see right where the demand zones is at. So when you said 44 on a put, I was like, oh, man. I was like, man, not my Queen, man. Not the Queen. I was like, oh. Yeah, that definitely hurt my heart, man. Because I didn't want to see you. I mean, that's why, guys, why you think I do my best to break everything down to y'all? I know a lot of people make fun of my lines. A lot of people, but guys, think about it. How many other traders that you guys deal with? I'm not trying to be funny. How many other traders that you deal with break things down to a science because they want you to be careful. They don't want you to make mistakes. Like, I go through a 15-minute time frame with you guys, a 30-minute time frame, a 5-year time frame, a 180 time frame to kind of show you the things that you may not see, that you may overlook. Like, okay, for example, yesterday when me and Charlie Queen was having a little battle, it was fun little debate. But when she was talking about drop, baby, drop, baby, drop, y'all saw my face, right? Y'all remember I said, ooh, I see something. I was like, ooh, nah, go ahead and enjoy the puts. You remember I said that, J-Dub? You remember, Queen, I said that? When everybody wanted to jump in on the puts, once Charlie Queen started calling it out, and I looked at something, I said, nah, y'all have fun with those puts. I'm not doing it. Remember, I kept saying that, right? I said, I see something. And then that's when Adrian said that. Adrian's like, it could go back up. And you remember I said, Adrian, shh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Y'all remember I said that? Because I seen it. That's when, but instead of being conniving and saying, you know what, F them. What did I say before I got off my live? Like I said, J-Dub, Queen, you was my witness. I said, guys, before I head on out, what I want you to do, watch the range. I said, watch the range. I said, because normally, when they setting up for a range, a channel, they normally go for what? Channel breakouts. I said, and not just that, guys, be mindful of Google's earnings coming out that could have an impact on the market. I said, because if it's positive, it could break above that 546.22 and possibly run up towards that 550, 552 level. Did I not? And what happened? A lot of people that was chasing behind Charting Queen, on those puts, wasn't understanding, how low to go and where to get out at. Probably still holding it. So, you did get a good opportunity on the put side, but then look what happened. You reversed right back up towards that 546, and then as Google and them came out, you broke above 546.22 and ran up to 550, and I told you guys that to be careful and watch for a possible channel breakout. I told you this before I left, and I wasn't going to, again, not tell y'all this before I left, but I told y'all be mindful of a channel and watch that range because they're holding a range for a reason. And I told y'all that. They hold a channel, they hold a range for a reason because they don't want it to fall back down for a reason. So, once they hold a range, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to go for a breakout. And lo and behold, yesterday, what happened? Breakout. Told you. So, that's why I'm always trying to tell you things to help you guys. I never want to tell you things to hurt you. I'm always want to tell you things to help you, not hurt you. I know y'all may not see it when I call it, but I'm doing it for a reason. If I didn't care about you guys, I wouldn't say nothing. I would say, you know what? Go. I don't care. Go for it. Go for a short. Short all the way down. And then it goes up. No. I told y'all, watch the range. You need to break underneath the 544.33 if you want to see more downside. I said, watch that range. 546.22, 544.33. I said, if that level holds, guys, be careful. Because, again, if they hold that range, they could try to reverse it right back up for a channel breakout. And lo and behold. I mean, I try telling everybody, man. Like I said, I do things to help people, not hurt nobody, man. But it's like I don't know what else I can do but put out information that I can. I mean, it's all I can do. It's up to you on what you do from that point. Because like I said, Queen, the only thing that, and again, you had a good opportunity. So I mean, don't knock yourself because you are still a good trader. It's like the only thing, like I said, I deal with it too. So don't think that you're by yourself. I deal with it, J-Dub, all of us. is sometimes our patience. But you also have to take into consideration today is Friday too. And you also have to take into consideration that a lot of contracts expire on Fridays, especially if buyers are refusing to let those sellers crack below a certain price point. Because if they stalling them out, 9 times out of 10 when they stalling them out, it's creating time decay. Their contracts are becoming worthless. That means that it's not going to be valuable anymore. So when they're stalling them out, when they're holding this lock, instead of falling all the way back down and they stalling them out, I'm so used to it now because I used to get caught in these. That's why I try to call it out as much as possible. So when I start to see them stall out, I say, oh, they trying to go for a short squeeze. I said, and then Queen and Engineer and Jada, what did I say? I said, the only thing that can throw a monkey wrench in that setup is what? What did I say? Short squeeze, right? I said short squeeze, didn't I? I said the only thing that can throw a monkey wrench in that downtrend setup is a possible short squeeze. And what did I say on that price point? I said buyers are trying to get above what price point? 548, because that's going to get them above all the indicators when you start to reverse. And not just that, Queen, what did I say? I said watch those indicators. I said those indicators are starting to curl right back on up. And look like those indicators are starting to get tighter and tighter and tighter. And look what's happening. Come on, man. I do the best that I can, man. I do the best I can. I try, man. I gotta give me an A for effort, man. I do my best. I do what I can. I try. I try. I'm not a perfect trader, but I try to help people out. I try to do my best. Man, I'm still holding my contract, the other one. I'm still holding the other one. I just been watching TQQQ slowly move his way up. It's like it's slowly moving. I mean, finally. I'm just trying to see, because now, I ain't gonna lie, the reason why I haven't jumped in on the call yet, because I got 10 contracts on that one to see what the hell it's gonna do. It's like, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, the volume on that one been sucking. I mean, I can be honest with it. It been like, I picked the wrong contract, but I want to see, can I still get something? So I'm like 10 contracts deep on that one. So that's why I'm waiting to see if TQQQ start to move his way back up to like towards 55. Because my strike price is at 60. So if it can start to move up, because right now we're at 53. So if it can start to squeeze his way up to like towards 55, I can start to see some volatility move in it. So I've been patiently and waiting, man. But yeah, but Queen, and it's all, but like I said, it's okay. Like again, I made mistakes. So you're not a bad trader. Again, I've made mistakes. But what I was saying was, that's why I'm always putting out these lines so y'all can remember the prices. Why do you think I try to tell everybody to always remember your prices? Again, everybody make fun of my lines, but look how damn near accurate my lines are. What did I say watch out for? What range? And what areas? 543, 544, 33, right? Queen, Engineer, have y'all seen any candles? Not the wicks. The bodies of the candles. Have y'all seen any of the bodies of the candles successfully close underneath that price point, right? That means that's failure pullbacks, right? So that means from yesterday's area, 544.33, to today's area, pullback failure. Meaning that you're rotating from that 544.33 back up to these tops. Now you see the rotation from these bottoms, because now you have a double bottom. Double bottom. See that? 1, 2. 1, 2. There you go. And then now you're going to move back up. You didn't see that though, High Queen. Did you notice that double bottom? You notice the double bottom right in front of you before you jumped in on that put? Look at that. Pre-market, bottom. Intraday, bottom. Equals what? Double bottom. And then you go back up toward the upside. It's all about just gotta pay close attention to detail. No. I know it's not okay, Queen. I know it's not okay, but that's why, because sometimes, again, our emotions get the better of us. Because, again, I've been there. And that's why I fight through it to help you guys as best as I can to show you what not to do. Because think about it. Queen, yesterday, when me and Troy and Queen was debating yesterday about the drop. Remember she kept saying drop, baby. You heard me say, personally, I'm not doing it. I'm not going in for a short. I said, y'all can catch a quick scalp, get in, get out. But I said, guys, watch that range. I still don't feel going comfortable for a short. What happened after that? You bounced at what price point? 544.33. Rebroke what? 546.22. Ran up to what? 550. You see, but I mean, again, because I understand the patterns. I understand the setups. That's why, because I was about to do it at one point, but then I saw that overall setup look like a bull flag. I was like, no. Say, I ain't doing it. So I backed out. So I didn't do it. So I didn't go for a put. I stayed out of it. Engineer, you supposed to be knowing this by now, Queen. Come on now. We've been talking about Tesla for the longest. Tesla normally move by $5 increments. We talked about this. We go over Tesla all the time. You should have this down packed. You should be like killing this right now. I told you. 9 times out of 10, Tesla move by $5 increments. So, 580. I mean, 280, 280, 285, possible 290. Look, I'm not making this up. Queen, look, with your own eyes. What did you bounce? 275, right? 5, ran up to what? 280. 280, right? 5, ran up, going trying to go up to what? 285. 85, right? 5. If you break above 285, you go up to 290. You get up to 290, what is that? 5. Come on, engineer. Come on, baby. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this. We done went over this. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all know this. Y'all should know this. So, Tesla, 9 times out of 10, sometimes move by 5s. NVIDIA moves by 2s. Apple sometimes move by 2s. SPY sometimes move by 2s. Because you can see right here. Think about it. 44, even number. 46, even number. 48, even number. 50, even number. See? see? You see what I mean? It's just like, just take your time to understand the personality of these bad boys. Just take your time to understand the personality of it. But y'all got this, man. Y'all got this. I know y'all do. Engineer knows she doing. Engineer be asking all these questions, but she's smart. She knows she doing. She got that. She got that. And to me, I think, and I'm gonna just be honest, I'm not saying that just to say it. I think engineer should have like been 6 figures. I mean, she's one of the ones that can hit 6 figures. Queen, y'all, you too. Like y'all the main ones that can hit 6 figures. Cause y'all know the setups. What y'all have to stop doing, and again, I've done it before, is stop second guessing yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Cause y'all have the game plan, y'all know it. Y'all just go against it. I know what y'all doing. I know what y'all doing. Y'all got the game plan, but you start to second guess yourself. Because y'all women are smart. Like y'all, because the things y'all put out in the prices, y'all know it. That's what I would like when engineer put up to 285, 287. She know what it is. Engineer know the prices. She's smart. Very smart. Very, very smart. Y'all very smart women, man. Y'all got this, man. I believe in y'all all the way. I believe y'all 110%. Y'all got this. Because I'm like I said, I'm never going to bring nobody down. I'm always going to uplift everybody. What's up, Trader Mike? Man, I know you caught that. I know you caught that Tesla, Mike. I know you did. That's another Tesla. I know you. I know you caught that. Oh, why you ain't thanking me? I said 290. Engineer, I said 290. I said if we break above 285, I said what? 290. Where my thank you? I got the line set up right here in front of you on my chart. 280, 285, 290. She don't never give me credit. She always ignore me. She don't never listen to nothing I say. I'll be the first one to say something, and then the minute somebody texts, she be like, "Thank you." I'm like, I need to type it to get some validation. But nah, she know I love her, man. She know I'm gonna mess with her. But she knows she got that though. But I give her a hard time because I know her capability. And cause she got engineer smart. Like, she be putting me on the things that I even pay attention to. Like, she just put me on the MSTR. And had I would have been paying attention to the MSTR, that would have been a money making opportunity. And like I said, she's smart because she's finding these stocks. So she like I said, engineer should be in 6 figures right now. I'm gonna just say it. She should be up 6 figures because the knowledge that she has, engineer should be going. She be doing it. She should be up 6 figures, killing the game. And I know she gonna get there though. I know she gonna get there. She just gotta put aside that second guessing herself and stop doubting herself because she knows what she's doing. She has the capability. She just gotta stop second guessing. And you too, Queen, because y'all both smart. Y'all both know what to do. Y'all just overthink and not overthink, but y'all just y'all second guess yourself. Stick with the first plan and go with it. Because I used to do that too. Because I used to second guess myself. And because right when I would see a certain stock move, I would have a game plan for it. I would talk myself out of it. I would talk myself out of it, but not press the button. I'm like, nope. Or if I get in it, I'll jump out of it. I'll cancel. I'm like, nah. Then the next thing you know, it's going my way. Now I'm with the woulda, coulda, shoulda face. I'm like, I just stopped doing that. I say, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance, bump it. If I already studied the setups, understanding the patterns and everything, then I'm gonna have faith in it and just do it, because you miss a lot of opportunities, man, and you frustrate yourself. Because I know what a lot of y'all do, because I've done it too, and Trader Mike may have done it too. When you after a trade, whether it's a loss or a missed opportunity, what you do? You sit back, you start to try to rewind it back in your head, like if you can rewind time and try to redo it. Y'all know y'all didn't did that. Don't even try that. I know y'all did it. When y'all sit back and y'all think it up in your head, y'all could wish y'all could rewind the time and actually execute on it. I'm human. We all do it. Come on, man. I can admit it. I've done it. Plenty of times, Mike. I done that plenty of times. I done it so many times. I was like, man, had I would have pressed the button, damn it, I would have been here. Like I just be wishing I could just rewind time and just get in those levels right where it took off at. I'm like, but that's a part of it. But like I said, we human, man. We human. We make mistakes, and as long as you have a trading plan, that's all I'm gonna say, guys. Just stick with it. Stick with it. If you're afraid, I'll put it like this: Queen, engineer. If you're afraid, put it like this: if you have a trade plan but you're afraid to go for it, but you still have faith in it, go on with a small position. Go on with a small position. Now, if it does go your way, you can either add or profit off of what you have. It's up to you on what you do with it, but at least you did it, instead of saying you didn't do it at all and say you missed out on the play. Nothing is wrong with going with a small position. And then again, if it's good, if you want to, add on to it. As long as those bottoms are holding right where you're at, add on to it for the possible move on up. If it doesn't go your way, that's a small loss that you can regain back again for the next trade. So just take your time with it. Yeah, just be smart about it. You don't have to go in all in, at one time. You don't have to. Some do, but if you have that type of issue where you don't fully trust something, then don't put all of it in. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Going with a small position, at least you're making something better than nothing. Or if you do catch a loss, at least it's a small loss versus a big loss. Something you can get back, because you get back $10, you can get back $5, something to that nature where you can easily get back for the next trade, or do what I do. Like I said, I set my charts up side by side. I'll have one side with a call and I'll have one side with a put. So what I'll do is I'll watch both charts to see the setups, right? So when I put it like this, when I start to see a decline on one, that means the other one is doing the opposite, right? Which is why I put them side by side. So if I see the puts on a downtrend setup, that means my calls should be on an uptrend setup. If I see my calls on a downtrend setup, then that means my puts should be on an uptrend setup. So all I do, that's another way to do it. Put them side by side where you can kind of read them both, where you kind of can make a better decision instead of just having one chart, flipping it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Put them side by side. Put one side call, one side put, or however you want to do it, long, short, however it is, and compare the two. Okay, which one, has the better momentum? Which one is actually uptrending while the other one is downtrending? That's another easy way to do it. Just make it easy for yourself. You don't have to make it complicated. Just find a way to make it easy for yourself. But y'all got the capability to be great, man. I do that. Today I messed me up as I thought. I went long on Tesla. Oh man, I did. Man, Nate, you know how many times I did that? Oh my God, man! I used to always think I was jumping in on a call, and I actually jumped in on a put, because what would draw my attention is because when I see it spiking up, I'm like, why the hell is my profits going down? But then when I look at the ticker, I see a P instead of a C. I'm like, oh, so. That's why what I started to do, boss, that's why I put them side by side instead of, because what I used to do is I used to stack them. So I would stack them. So I would have like my call chart in the front, but then I have like my put chart underneath where I can just click, back and forth, back and forth. But sometimes I forget to click it. I forget to click to change the chart out, thinking I'm in on a call and I'm actually on a put. So the other way I resolve that, I just put them side by side now. I say bump that. And then for my watch list, I got a watch list for my calls specifically. And then I got a watch list for my puts specifically. And I have my links differently. So for my calls, I have my link 1 And then for my puts, I have my link too. So whatever I click on the put side, it automatically changes that put chart. Same thing with the calls. It automatically changes my call chart. So once I started to make it neater, it helped me out way better, boss. Because I was making less mistakes. Because, man, I used to always do that. Thinking I was in on the call, I'm in on the put. Or if I'm thinking I'm in on the put, I'm in on the damn call. I was like... But I did that plenty of times. Oh, that was a pain. Because I used to always be like, why is the hell we spiking, but I'm losing? I'm like, what the hell? And I look right at the ticker thing, and I see a P instead of a C. I'm like, oh. But yeah, I've done it too, boss. I've done it too. I can admit it. I've done it too. So again, we human, man. We make mistakes, man. None of us perfect. It's a part of life, man. You just got to find a way to balance it. When you start to find a way to balance it, I mean, you'll get better at it. So watch. I'm gonna show you an example. I'm gonna take. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use two TQQ charts. I'm gonna take a call and I'm gonna take a put, and I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. So let me find some contracts real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by those. So I'm gonna take, what's the price? Oh, well, wait, let me see, because I got TQQ. Oh, I can use SPY. It don't matter. I use SPY contracts, whatever. So let me see. The SPY should be a little bit more healthier anyway. So let me look up one for call and a put. So let me see. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. All right. So let me look up a call for SPY. Why is this thing not typing? Oh, there we go. Let's see what the hell going on with this damn thing. Why is this thing not typing out correctly? There we go. I say, God dang. Don't make life difficult for me. All right, let me see. Today's the 25th, right? All right, so let me look at the contracts for today. Where we at right now? What we could have been utilizing, what price points? We'll say, I'll say 550 maybe? No. I'll say 548. I'm going to say 548 for calls. And then I'm going to use 544 for puts maybe. So you kind of can see what I'm talking about. So let me put it on the put side. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and make a duplicate copy so y'all kind of understand what I'm talking about. So what I do is, from this point, I set up my charts like this, where I have one side call and I have one side put, and I look at my charts, right? I look at my charts set up to see how it's setting up, and I go to my puts to see, okay. See how your puts are downtrending? You see how your calls is up? See how it's kind of letting you know which one has more strength, versus calls and puts. So you see the difference between the two, how you can look at it right then and there. So that's what I do. So I look at them side by side to see, okay, which one has momentum, which one has more strength, and I just do that. By this, that's all you do. Put one side puts, one side calls to help you out. That's the best it's about the easiest way to do it. So you don't, click on the wrong ones and make the wrong choice. So right here, that's gonna be your put opportunity. Right here is gonna be your call opportunity. So you don't make mistakes like I did. I used to stack them instead of put them side by side. I made that mistake. I messed up. I did. I ain't got no shame in my game. It is what it is. Players mess up. Man, nice shot to you, boss. Hey, but you corrected it, though. Hey, that's all it's about. You corrected it. And, hey, but like I said, same thing, Queen. You make a mistake, man, just learn from it and do better. That's why what you do is, like I said, take a small amount that you know you can get back. Shoot. Have mine. I don't think mine even started moving. Let me see. I see SPY. I see Tesla. TQQQ moving, but my contract still just kind of like, come on, man. Like it's still just, like I said, I picked the shitty contract. I have to be honest, like that was horrible. That was a horrible thing for me to do, was pick that contract. Like, yeah, bad boy ain't doing not a damn thing. I mean, and the thing about it, TQQQ is moving, like it's moving, but it looked like I'm gonna have to wait for that bad boy to shoot it towards 55 to see some type of movement on it. I got 10 contracts in that bad boy too. I got like 10 contracts and that bad boy is just, and it's because so many damn sellers on that damn thing. I need them sellers to get bought out so it can start to move the hell up. So, need them sellers to move so I can at least make something. Shit. Because, I mean, like I said, TQQ is moving up. It's just that my contract ain't doing not a damn thing right now. And again, that was on me. I picked the bad contract. That's my fault. I should have stuck with the one for April 2nd. But the one with this one, I mean, same strike price, but the one from May 2nd is doing way better than the one I had. I mean, it could still possibly squeeze that as long as because look what it's doing. TQQ is moving. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, we just need to get that movement so I can start to get some volatility on my damn contract. Because it's moving in the right direction. Yeah, we can definitely start to get that squeeze. Man, I mean, I just need to get these damn, whatchamacallits, bought out so the sellers can start to move the hell up. It's going in the right direction, though. It's going in the right direction. There you go, guys. You shaping your way back up towards those highs. Here we go. Y'all remember I told y'all this to be, let's see how we looking. So watch, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me bring up my spot chart. So y'all can see exactly what needs to happen, what buyers need to do, or what they possibly could do if they continuously keep pushing. If they go for a squeeze. The possibility. If they go for that squeeze, see, they're going to need to break above that 552 range. See that? That'll break you out of that downtrend and get you above that 552. If you get back above 552, you have room to push up this way. But they need to break out of this area. That's going to be around, that's going to be 550. From 550, 552, get back above that, we can see that nice spike up. Because you do got a good little setup, a little bull flag pattern setup. But I don't know. We may get it. I mean, because the way this is setting up, it looked like you want to stay underneath that for the day as we go into next week, where it could U-shape its way up if we don't get that squeeze today. Because that's what it looked like. I mean, it looked like it want to stay underneath it, for right now, but stay in this range next week and then go for the breakout. That's what it looked like it wanted to do. Because, I mean, that trend line is going to be a strong resistance, and that 550 is going to be a strong resistance because they're going to have to break through 550 and they're going to have to break through 552 to even get back on top of this old floor from back in the day. Well, we got 552 floor and then ran our way up to, 565 to 570. So, in order to get back on that floor, they're going to have to break through 550 first and then right on top of 5. Ooh, I wonder if they go. We'll see. I'm going to see because I'm going to watch 550, 552 level. I want to see because there's two different ways they're going to go about this. There's two different ways they may try to go about this. Because they may try to break and then hold going into next week, which they'll be holding at 552 level, or stay underneath the 552 but stay in this range until next week. One or two about to happen around those price points. So I'm going to figure out which one going to happen. One of the two. One or two going to happen. One of the two is going to happen. But we know where they're trying to go. In other words, we know where the buyers are trying to go. We know exactly where the buyers are trying to go. 550, 552 level. They'll have to do a hell of a squeeze though, especially being overextended the way it is right now. They'll have to do a hell of a squeeze. Because to break you past 550, because now you go from the 540s to the 550s, they're gonna have to do a hell of a squeeze and hold that 550 level. Because you're overextended with nothing to fall back on. Because your indicators are still way to the bottom. So they may be setting up for next week, to be honest. Because it looks like they're trying to, especially if they can't break out, they'll try to probably hold this range. 548, stay within this range until next week. If they don't crack it, they may stay in this little range. If they don't, that's what they may try to do. Because if they hold that range, they're going to try to go for a possible another little channel push. 300, you think put? Wait, with 300? Let me see what the resist. Let me double check that real quick too, engineer. Let me look at my 5-year chart to see where we at. If we were around some strong resistance real quick on Tesla. Because 300 is, a natural resistance. Of course, that's gonna be a strong key area. But let me see as of now though, where the resistance is lying at as of now. Around that 290 level. Let me see real quick. Let me see. Man, that contract. Oh, I hate that contract I got. It's just, I hate it. I wish I would have picked a better one. Because I definitely would have been banking on it. Yeah, it does look around, because where's that 13 EMA at right now? Because right now it looked like you're hitting the 13 EMA on the 5-year chart. Look like around, what is that? Look like around 280. What is the 286? So it looked like around where we at right now? Oh, so it looked like we got rejected right at the 13 EMA. That's what it looked like we got rejected at too on that bad boy. Right at the 13 EMA, engineer. Well, look, that's what it looked like we got. That's why you're getting that pullback on Tesla. Look. See, look, it hit that 13 EMA. It hit the 13 EMA. That's why he started that's why you're getting a little bit of a pullback on Tesla. Hit the 13 EMA. You're in between a 50 and a 13 right now. So that's why you got that little pullback. So if they can stay within the range, where's the 50 SMA at right now? 70. So okay. So in other words, hold 280. If they can hold 280, I mean you'll have somewhat of a little bull flag pattern even towards the market close. Let's see. As long as they can hold that 280 level, I mean, that'll keep you in a little range. Let me see. Let me double check the 180 chart as well. But that's why they're getting a little pullback. You're hitting that 13 EMA on the 5-year chart. That's why you're getting that pullback. Yep. Right at that 286. Right at 286 is why you're getting a little pullback. So let me see. So yeah, it looks like that's the level that Tesla needs to hold, for possible more movement and possible push towards the upside is that 280. For sure 280, stay above 280. Let me see what SPY trying to do. Because you're above all your indicators. You're above the VWAP, the 20, the 9, and the 50. So let me see if they're trying to gear up for a possible little bear trap. For a little pullback bounce. Let me see if that's what they're trying to do. Because you are on an uptrend as far as SPY. You broke it above the downtrend. So, look like they're trying to gear up for that possible squeeze, for the next squeeze above that 550. That's what they look like they're trying to do. Because you're back in that old range from yesterday. You're back in this old range here. See that? What it was, 547.85. So you're back on that little range between that and 550. Man, this contracts. I hate the one I got, man. I hate it. Because I would have banked on it had I would have picked a better contract than the one I had. But I had picked this one from last week. And again, I was being emotional and not thinking and jumping into the wrong damn contract, and that was on me. Yeah, so that bad boy not even budging. Like it just kind of sitting still. That's why I would need TQQQ to go on a possible squeeze up towards that 55 to start to start to move it up a little bit, but not nothing right now. Tesla right on still trying to battle around the 285-ish. Still on an uptrend position itself still. What time it is? 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Alright guys, so I'm still keeping on watch. Keeping on watch. So yeah, engineer, so that's why you got that little pullback just now. You hit that 13 EMA on the 5-year chart, on that weekly chart. So that's why you got that little pullback just now on SPY. Let me see if we can see it on the stockcharts.com. If it should show the same exact thing. So let me see. Let me try to bring it up on this bad boy. Tesla's chart real quick. We should see the same exact thing on that bad boy. Let me see. Let me see. So let me go to the 13 EMA exponential. Go to the weekly chart. Because right now, even with Tesla, you got that 200-day moving average right around 291 on the daily. Weekly, I think we just hit the 13. Yep, 13 EMA. Yep, so it's looking the same. So you're hitting that 13 EMA. So that's why they would need to push. They would need to get that push above 300. Well, the weekly wise, that'll put you above all the indicators. Daily wise, yeah, they get above 300. That'll put them above the 200-day moving average. So yeah, 300. They'll definitely need to get a hold above at least 295 to 300. As of now, engineered for a Tesla, off of this like U-shaped pattern, because even on the weekly, daily, the 200-day moving average is at like around 291. So if they can at least hold above like 295, 300, that'll hold them above the 200-day moving average. That'll hold them above that 200-day moving average. So that's what Tesla would need to do. They would need to go for that break, like I said, 295, 300 level. So they'll definitely need to go for a push. They would definitely need to go for a push. Because like I said, even both charts, it's still gonna equal out to around 300. Because like I said, daily, 200-day moving average, 291. Weekly, 13 EMA, which is gonna be around 286. So again, 300. That'll clear on both charts on weekly and the daily. So yeah, so that's why we would need like 295, 300 on that note to get above those indicators. Oops, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. So look like SPY's still trying to set up. Look like SPY's still trying to set up. Going from that, so is it trying to make a? Let me see. Damn, look like it's transitioning to damn near a cup and handle pattern. Damn near, look like a cup. Look like it's trying to do the opposite now. Just waiting, man. Just still, like I said, to see can even if it make a little small baby move, just to, man, something. Get out of this damn contract. Like I said, yeah, that was a horrible one I chose. Let me see. Let me see what other contracts I could utilize, even going into next week. Where's the 55 one at? Nah, I'm gonna have to go. Probably still have to use the 60 one for right now. Still falling around 30, 40. Let me see how the contract look on that one. Let me see. Let me see how you look. How it looks. Look okay. I mean, look like it got some. I might do that going into next week. I might. Let me see. I might have switched my might need to switch the rest of it to my margin though. Let me see. Might have to do that real quick. If I'm saying if that one will play out, I mean I can just still put it in my margin account and hold it. So let me utilize my margin account real quick where I can try to use that to the best of my ability. Cause as long as I mean, like I said, TQQQ still look good, like it still has room to push. So I'm gonna still utilize that bad boy. So what I'm gonna do, use my margin, even though I can't day trade because it's still 0. Do I pay for? No, hell no, no. I don't not no damn stock charge. That damn thing free, free 99, queen. Nope, you don't have to pay for that. That's free. You need me to send you the link? I'll see. I got you. If you need me to send you the link, you need it. Yeah, it's free though. It's definitely free, and you can use whatever. Yeah, you can go off of anything you need. I mean, I'll send you the one with a SPY on it, so I'll send you that one real quick. Yeah, hold on, I got you. I got you. I'll see. I got you. So I'm gonna send you this one. So yeah, go ahead, click on it. Tell me if it worked, queen. I got you on it. I got you set up. 93. Let me go to my margin, and I might set it up, and I might just use the margin account going into next week. So let me see. I'm gonna just use this one. Make sure I put in my margin account. I don't want to do like I did last time, putting the wrong account that I can't even get into, which messed me up big time. So I got like $30 lost in another account I can't even touch. I tried to get it out. It was like, that's not your social security. You're gonna have to call that person. I'm like, it's like, damn it. No problem at all. So you know I got you, queen. You know that. I got you. That's a long story. We'll talk about that later. Don't worry about it. I'm talking about I was using somebody else's social a while back, and I had their account because that's why I had two margin accounts and one joint account. We'll talk about that later. But the money I accidentally sent to was the account that belongs to their social, and I couldn't get it because I have to call them to verify that they're gonna be like, I didn't know you had an account in my name. I'm like, long story. We'll talk about that later. Don't you dare judge me. Let me see. Is my 15-minute time frame? Okay, let me see. Because if I do go for a swing trade, if I was to go for a swing trade, man, I should have been switched over and switched. Yeah, I could have had some good bottoms too. I could have had some good bottoms. Some good bottoms too. Cause it's still moving, but my contract isn't. It's like it's just still kind of it's like QQQ is moving, but it's just like I said, my contract is just still sitting still. It's a call contract. Still it's just no volume on it. Now, if that thing can blast and we see some, some volatility moving in later, then yeah, I'm going to grab the shit out of it to get out of that contract and then focus on next week. So I get away from that stupid one. Let's see, Meta. But yeah, Engineer, thank you for putting me on the, shit, I might look at MSTR too, though. I mean, thank you. Shout out to you on that, because, I mean, it still look like I got some good opportunities to push, because what was that area we talked about? 375? 375 could be the possible next area that MSTR could hit. Matter of fact, let me set an alert for, on MSTR since you did bring that to my attention. So I'm gonna set up an alert at 375. So even if I take my eyes off on it and the alert go off, we know that we push towards that price point that we went over. So I'm gonna put it for 375. So I'm gonna have that alert set. So that should be the area that next key level should be 375. All right, so let me go to Meta. Meta. Let's see. What price point you said? 560. Let me see what we need to break first and foremost before we hit 560. Is that 55-ish? Like a little bit above 555-ish. Almost in this little bracket right here we need to break. It's gonna be around 555-ish, 555.50-ish. I think somewhere in that little area on Meta. Let me see something. I think like it's around 555.50 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. That we need to break first, because that's where you got rejected at. So like around 555.50, then you got that pull back down towards that 538-ish level, back in this little range. Let me see. I can duplicate copy that bad boy. I'm gonna put around 538, I guess. 538. So 538 bottoms. Yeah, be about right. Yeah, so it's like nice in that little range. I mean, don't get me wrong. It went on a nice move. I mean, so far. I mean, from what day was that? Yesterday? No, even but before that, you was on an uptrend. I mean, you still could have caught some bottoms. What, Monday? Let me go back a little bit to see when this uptrend started. Shit, no, that started since last week. Since last Monday. What was the lows? That was around like 480. 480 been on an uptrend ever since. Damn, almost $100 move Meta went on. Holy smoke, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so right around the 480s, the bottoms, you damn near up to 580, close to 580. I mean, that's almost $100 move this bad boy that went on already. Jeez Louise. Damn, man, Engineer, imagine catching those bottoms. 480, and you already up to fight 550, 550. Man, that would have been nice. But the way it's setting up right now, it may pull back. Cause you already hit the tops around 555. So you already got like a dome-like pattern. So it's not creating a U-shape just yet. It may downtrend today, but set itself up going into next week. You know, if we don't get that push today, it may downtrend today, but hold a floor like a bottom going into next week where we could possibly see a U-shaped pattern. Because the way this is setting up right now, look almost like a little inverted cup and handle pattern almost. And almost look like a downtrend setup at this moment. So it may look like it may want to decline first and then possibly push back up to the towards those higher price points. That's the way it's looking. Because, I mean, it's not a U-shape yet. It's like more of a dome-like pattern. Saying like this is like right here, Engineer. See how you got this U-shape pattern? It took, what, 2 days to create this U-shape pattern? Then you got that breakout. But you see the U-shape? See, this way you got the opposite. You got more of a dome-like pattern. You got like a cup-like pattern. It's doing the total opposite. Because what we need to form is a U-shape pattern where we can get those bottoms and then start to curl our way back up. Kind of like we did here. So we need a U-shape pattern. So it's kind of like, see how we went up and then we had that pullback. And then the next day we bounced our way back up. So I'm definitely going to keep this on watch, Engineer, to see. So right now, the tops is going to be around 555.50 and those bottoms around that 538 level. But I mean, if we want to round it, we can round it. Like I said, if we want to push it up to 540, we can. But it looked like around 538 bottoms, and you got rejected around at 555.50 tops. Now the thing is, where's that mid area at? Is that gonna be Yeah, because it's going to be an area where you're going to go into first. You're going to have like a little mid area. Mid area where it's going to act as support and resistance. So where's that at? Could that be right about here? That's what it looked like. Almost like right where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Look like a little midpoint right there. Like about right. No, let me see. It's like somewhere in this little bracket. I can see it. I'm trying to. It's like a little mid area. It's gonna have first that you're gonna have to get back on top of. What is this? When you bounce that 45? Yeah, cause like I said, I can see what majority of what the tops is, and I can see what the bottoms is. But they always have like a mid area that separates the two, the tops and the bottoms. So it's gonna be like a little mid area you're gonna have to deal with first before moving back up or even moving back down. So let me see. Excuse me. So let me see. It's a little area that acted as support and resistance, but it may be a little bit lower than that, I think. Where it acted as support and like almost like around this little area, almost probably right where I'm at. Like around that 5 at 47. You see right here we got that pushback on up toward the upside, and then you got dumped right underneath that. Look like around 47-ish. Let me see. Look like around 47 level. Almost right where the open is, to be exact. Right where the open is. So you got the bottoms at 538. You got a mid area around 547. And then you got these tops. It's almost like around this 555-ish level. And then you got that pullback down towards that 547. Then you fell underneath 547. Down to that 538. Bounced off of 538. Back up to what? 547. So yeah, so that's what it looked like, Queen. So it looked like if we get back above that 547 level, that'll put you back in this upper range where you have room to push your way back up to that 550, the possible 555. But we definitely gonna have to get back on top of this level, somewhere in that area. Yeah, I knew some earnings was coming out because that's what I was about to go research. Because I normally on Fridays I normally wait for what you calling to put the stuff out, earnings whisper, and then I'll go for and I normally post it to you guys because I normally post out the earnings that's coming up. Because I like to wait because man sometimes going doing all that research and sometimes it gets tiresome, man. I be tired as hell trying to go through all that research and crap. So I let them do the work. I mean I give them credit. But I let them do the work because I get tired. Shit. Let me see if they posted it yet. Did they? Yep, they got it. Yep, got it already. So shout out to Ernest Whisper, and I will. So let's see. Next week for the 28th. So right now, next week, what earnings do we have? Microsoft Meta, that's gonna be Wednesday. Amazon, Apple, that's going to be Thursday. So we got 4 coming out next week. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Ooh, 4 of them, too. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta. Oh, yeah, buddy. So, yeah, we definitely going to see some volatility Wednesday and Thursday for sure. Going to definitely see some volatility. But Chad, what you think about a SPY? I think it may be setting up for next week's opportunity. Like, I think it's setting up for a push. I'm going to be honest. I think it's setting up for a push next week. Above that, the main price point, JTraedz, we have to get above is going to be at that 52. And we got some earnings coming out next week. Wednesday is going to be Microsoft Meta. Thursday is going to be Amazon Apple. And then, for us economics, we're going to have next week. Yeah. Next week, we're going to have, I'm going to try to go to the main ones. We're going to have GDP, PCE. That's going to be Wednesday, same day as Meta and Microsoft. Then Thursday, we're going to have initial jobless claims, construction spending. That's going to be the same day as Apple, Amazon. And then Friday, last but not least, is going to be non-farm payroll data. So, look like we might have a lot of volatility next week. Look like we may have a lot of volatility stepping in next week, guys. So, it's gearing up for something. So, with this pushing back up, 550, oh, yeah, they gearing up for something. Oh, yeah, they gearing up. Yep. Oh, yeah, they gearing up for something next week. Yeah, they gearing up. They gearing up. Yeah, they definitely gearing up for something next week. So, yeah, prepare yourselves. That's all I'm going to say. Prepare yourselves. They are definitely gearing up. Definitely gearing up. Get ready. That's all I'm going to say. Get ready. They gearing up. Because you got 4 earnings coming out next week. Then you got the non-farm payroll data, PCE data, GDP data, and we don't know if, they may say anything about the tariffs, what type of, we may have some type of whatever next week. I'm so tired of that crap, I ain't gonna lie to you. All these damn stupid meetings that lead to not a damn thing. Good engineer, are you trying to trade everything? Good Lord. She on everything. Meta, Nvidia, Tesla. Lord, she trying to jump on everyone. She got me being the stock hunter today. She on everything. And then out of all stocks, you gonna bring me back to the one that just made me sad. You gonna go back and you gonna go back to the one that crushed my dreams. You had to resort back to SMCI, didn't you? You had to go back to. I think you did that on purpose. You purposely did that. You purposely did that. The one that crushed my dreams. You want me to go back to that one? That one that gave me the finger on that $140,000 profit. How dare you, Queen? How dare you, woman? How dare you? Let me check it out real quick though. Every time I hear that, just see that ticket, just $140,000. Jeez Louise. Every time I think about it, SMCI now just make me sick. Just every time I think about it, I'm just ugh. Alright, let's see. Alright, what do we have? SMCI. What do we have? What do we have? I mean, it's slowly building. Let me see. Are we trying to continue an uptrend, or are we starting an uptrend? Let me see real quick. SMCI, where we at? Oh, okay. It looks like it's trying to start an uptrend. Look like a new one right here. Because you're getting these higher low bills. You're above all the indicators. Look like you got that 40 level to run up to and up towards that 545 level. Because I think that's the area where you came down from. Yeah, 45. So 45 is going to be that strong resistance, engineer. So the main area yep, let me see. Because I see that where you got rejected at, which is around 50. Then that next key level is right at 45. So I'm trying to see if I can see any patterns on top of this bad boy, trying to set this stuff up going this way. But you're gonna have some areas that we're going to need to break for sure. Cause for SMCI, the main thing that we want to do is from this point, we want to try to create a channel between 40 to 50. So that's the main thing. We want to get inside this channel of 40 to 50 with that mid area of 45, right where I got that alert at. So right now we're in the 30 still. So we're $4 away from trying to go back to that 40 range. So the main thing is we want to get back into the 40 range where we can focus on holding that price point for the movement back up to 45 to 50. Zero, what's up, boss? Any trades? Ooh, well, I told y'all. That bad boy, I'm telling y'all, that bad boy gearing up for something. Damn, man, oh, shoot. And I'm so busy looking at the damn charts, I wouldn't even set myself up for next week. I dog it. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was waiting on the pullback that I never freaking got. That's what it was. That's why I never jumped in yet. I never got the damn pullback yet. I was trying to use, I think that was the same one I used last week. Okay, gotcha, boss. Yeah, we got some. Matter of fact, Apple's earnings going to be Thursday, Zero. So keep that in mind, boss, because we just pulled up the earnings charts from next week. We're going to have 4.
I got out by SPY 550s due to nervousness.
Bam, 550, baby. You are U-shaping. Creating a U-shape pattern. U-shape pattern to that bad boy. So the key thing is to stay on top of it. If we get that 50 area break and hold, next key level is gonna be that 52 range. Cause this is what I'm telling what buyers are trying to do. This is what buyers are trying to do. If we can get this, like I said, if they can stay above 50, I'm telling what they're trying to do. Cause I'm gonna show y'all what the main resistance is. We just talked about it. So your main resistance is gonna be not 50 but 52. 52 is gonna be your strongest area. So right here, because where did you bounce? Go back a little bit. What were those old areas at that we just talked about? What were we at? 12. Oh, right here, I see it. Bring it up a little bit. Oh, red line. I'm tripping. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. Right here, guys. So you see we came where we bounced at? 552. Where did we bounce at? 552. So you see right here? See where we at?
550.93 is monthly close.
Yeah, but look right here, Zero. Look right here where we bounced at in the past, boss. So let me minimize it a little bit and show you real quick. So you can see what you can clearly see what they're doing. They're trying to set up in a center triangle pattern right at that 552 level. So you can see that because that's the area that we have not broken yet. So if they can break that 552, which is right where my red line is at, that'll put them back. That'll put us back in that range. Zero. See right here? After we fell from that 613 level, where did we bounce? 552, right? From 552, 565 up to that 570. Then we pull right back down to what price point? 552. Bounce right back on up. 565. Got rejected underneath 552. Try to bounce up to 552. So you see it right here?
Yeah, I see what we're saying.
Yeah, so if you go across the board, boss, old support can turn into new resistance. So 552 is going to be that area because every time they try to run up to 552, rejected. Try to run up to 552, right now rejected. So look like what the buyers are trying to do. Look like they're trying to go for that squeeze and they're trying to go for that break above 552. So that's what it looked like. It looked like they're trying to go for a downtrend breakout and trying to get above that 552. So in other words, Zero, if they get that breakout and hold above 552, now that's going to put them in this old range here. When you got 552 to 570. See that? In an old range. When you got those bottoms and those tops. So it looked like that's what the buyer's trying to do this way. After falling out of that channel, they're trying to climb their way back into this old channel, which is 552, 570. So all they got to do is, again, once they get that break and that squeeze above 552, all they need to do is hold that channel going into next week. So we'll see, boss. But that's the area that they aim. See that? That's why it's getting so aggressive. Because that's what they're aiming for. They're aiming for that 552. They're aiming exactly for that 552. Watch. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me they're not aiming for that 552 level. Watch this. I'm going to put my alert. Tell me I'm lying. Once they get that breakout.
Look at 4HR chart.
All right. Oh, the 4. I got you. Okay. I got you.
All the way to 560-ish.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
Out this puppy.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying, Zero, and I agree with you. So that's what I'm saying. They need to get above the 552 first, right? Once they get above that 552 level, you remember that old area, that's going to be a floor. Then from that 552, yes, you'll be pushing up toward that 560 range, from 560 possibly 570. But 552 is going to be the entry. You're going back into that old channel. 552 is that floor. So they need to get back above that area. So that's what I'm saying, that they're trying to aim for that 552 so they go back in that old channel. But yeah, I agree with you 110%. You and engineer. I agree with y'all 110%. But that 552 is what's going to get the ball rocking and rolling going into next week. And don't forget, next week we got 4 earnings coming out. We got Microsoft, we got Meta, Apple, Amazon coming out. Non-farm payroll data.
Thanks, I wouldn't have even been looking at 552.
Yeah, boss. So okay. Yeah. So if you look at it, when we if you're looking at that yearly chart or that 180 chart, from that 613 level where we fell at, we bounced right at 552. Yeah. So we got 4 of them coming out next week, boss. 4 of them, 4 companies. We just went over it. We have 4 next week, boss. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta. Microsoft Meta is going to be Wednesday. Apple, Amazon is going to be Thursday. And not just that, as far as economic-wise, we got the non-farm payroll data Friday, and we're going to have GDP and the PCE data coming out. So we're going to be all happy, man. So it's going to be volatile next week. Yeah, it's going to definitely be volatile. It's going to be crazy. Boy, it's going to be crazy next week. Woo, boy, y'all better buckle up, gear up, because next week, man, it's going to be some opportunities. It's going to be some opportunities next week. Man, it's gonna be a lot of volatility, and I agree with you, Zero. Volatility gonna be kicking in next week. A lot of volatility, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it may aim for the upside. I'm gonna just be honest.
You use NFP levels in your trading?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna even lie to you, boss. I don't. I'm just a basic pattern trader. I'll just be honest with you. Basic pattern trader. Using my price points off of past movements. Areas of resistance where bears came in aggressive, or where buyers come in aggressive, areas that make sense to the market, or that create some type of importance. See what I told y'all? Look, 550. And what they trying to push up to? What I told you. Y'all thought I was lying. Watch. They trying to aim for that 552. Let me see if they're gonna get it. I told you what they trying to aim for. Y'all thought I was BSing y'all on that one. I told y'all what the bad boys trying to aim for. As long as they can hold that 550 level, they're gonna try to squeeze their way up to that 551, 552. Watch. Let's see. I'm gonna let it do what it do. But we're gonna see if it's gonna happen. I told y'all. I told y'all what he trying to go for. I just use, like I said, I just use. Okay. And I ain't trying to be funny.
Understandable. Mark your high and low on daily when NFP drops.
Okay.
Mark them and watch how they repeat these levels 75% of the time.
And that makes sense. That does make sense. And I get what you're saying, Zero. That makes a lot of sense. I get what you're saying. And that's crazy. Because everybody and shout out to y'all who use those indicators like MACDs and all that. I don't use none of that. All I do is go off of patterns. And that's crazy that I use less of them and I be alerting like crazy. I use less indicators and I be calling like damn near the price is spot on. That's crazy. Yeah, to me, I don't know, man. Just using too many of those, it used to just be too much, man. Because I had to come from an era where I was using too many indicators to begin with. Because y'all remember, I told y'all my charts used to look like a rainbow fest. I had 50, 20s, 100s, 200s, 100s, 300s, 15s, 10s, 5s, 150s, 250s. I was like, nah. After that, I just go based off the past. Again, I just let them. All I'll do is use the past to let me know.
Yeah, I tried to use as many.
It got more complicated, didn't it?
Just to get the temp, so to speak. But yeah, that's beauty of trading. Everyone can be successful in different ways.
And it was crazy, though, huh? But when you use so many indicators, it confused you too as well, though, huh, boss? But what you had to do, you had to cut it down. You had to cut it. Yeah, you had to cut a lot of those indicators down. See, let me see what my guy used. Yeah, so it almost like how mine look. Yo, you using the was those the upper VWAP bands and lower VWAP bands? I just use the middle. That's all I meant, to be honest. All I use the middle. I use the middle VWAP because what's his name? I use the MACDs. And
Zero fuck says 01 says. Yeah, lots of conflicting indications of the indicators.
And what I told y'all, I ain't gotta use no damn MACD or none of that to tell y'all where it's going. I'm just saying, I ain't gotta use no MACD or none of that shit. I don't know, this is too much for me. I can't do it. Shout out to y'all for doing it, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Because I'm going to be so confused. Looking at too many then my chart's going to get smushed. That's why I had to stop using them all. I just couldn't do it. Shout out to y'all for using it.
01 says. Be like the guys preaching RSI.
Man.
0 fuck says 01 says. LOL.
But I ain't gonna lie.
0 fuck says 01 says.
No. It don't. No, and that's the truth. No, and that's the truth. Because think about it. Zero. Mike, y'all know this. When SMCI, that was what, last year? When SMCI and NVIDIA went on that run, did you think those two companies gave a damn about their RSI? Nope. How long did it stay overboard? For like, what, 3 months? And it was like in the 70s, 80s, 90s? That shit, those companies didn't give a damn about those RSIs. Not one bit. Yeah, before the split. Yeah, before the split, because that's when we was in the that's when NVIDIA and them was in the 900s up to 1,000. I remember that because man, no, zero. Let me blow your mind, and that's thanks to engineer bringing that damn stock back up, boss. And Mike and them know about this, boss. Due to SMCI, I missed out on $140,000 profit. I'm gonna tell you why. I knew where the bottoms was at as that bad boy was spiking, right? It was at 800. I had my entry set for 1100, right? Tell me why that day, because I had 5 contracts. Tell me why that day, instead of going all the way to 1100, it stopped at 1080, dropped immediately back down to what my exit was supposed to be at 800. And I did the math on that. Had it would have caught my entries back down on that put, $200 drop, I would have made $140,000 in one day. Boy, I was so mad. Oh my God. Oh, I was so pissed. Oh, dude. Ever since SMCI, I just gave a finger to it. I said, you know what? You kissed the. I was like, F you. F you. And I walked away from it. I said, you know what? Bump it. I ain't never looked at SMCI ever since. I walked away from it. $140,000 in one day because you had a $200 drop in one day. From 1080, like I said, got projected at 1080, dropped down to $800, $200. Oh man. Ever since then, man, I never wanted to look at SMCI again. I never want to. Man, shout out to Trader Mike. I'm up almost 20K this month. Shout out to my guy on Tesla, huh? Dealing with Tesla.
If only I took all those short profits and sunk them in shares.
Man, I already know he made majority out on Tesla because he been calling out Tesla like a beast. I know it's majority out on Tesla. I already know that because he was attacking Tesla. He was attacking it. Yep, 90%. I already knew. Oh, and some spy, but 90% was on Tesla. Because that's all you've been calling, but you've been killing it. Man, shout out to Trader Mike, man. Trader Mike is a beast in the streets, man. 20K on... Jeez Louise. I'm pretty sure he's going to make even more next week with all that coming out. So what you going to be focused on next week, Mike? What companies? Are you still mainly going to be focused on SPY? Or... Because next week you have... Meta. We got
16% gain in 2 days off of Miss ER.
Yeah, man, that's man. Yeah, it's a lot of opportunity, especially next week. Oh, it's setting up for next week. So, like I told you guys, y'all might want to gear up next week. Some good opportunities coming. Just letting you guys know. Good opportunities on the way. Just gear up for that bad boy, because it is coming. Because, man, 4 earnings. What is it? And then that's like the, man, Meta, well, yeah, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple. Mainly Apple. That, man, I don't know, everybody going to be watching that one. And we still pushing up to 55 and my contract still not moving. It's like $5 away from my, it's like $5 away from my strike price, and I still don't see no volume in this stupid thing. That's insane. Like, this contract, man. I knew I should have jumped in that other damn contract. I mean, I'm watching TQQQ. Literally, it's damn near almost 55. My strike price is at 60. And I still don't see... That contract still not budging. I'm like, oh, man, that's the worst. I knew that was the worst contract I picked. Had I would have just stuck with my May 2nd 60 strike price contract, I would have been up. I'd have been up on it. I mean, I made profit on the swing trade, but I didn't hold it. So I made profit on it. I just should have kept. I should have just used that one versus that other one, because that other one sucked. I mean, because we still spiking. We still spiking, going up $5 away from the strike price, and I just don't see my contract doing shit. That is insane. And I'll show y'all the proof. Look at this. Okay, look, I'll show y'all my proof. Right now, we almost close to 55. Almost up to 55. And watch. I mean, that's why I said, man, I picked a horrible contract. At least I can admit it. Let me make a duplicate copy of where I'm at. So this was the ones I was using before, which I did good on that one. That was the one for May. Today's contract, or the one for day. See this? Look at this. Strike price 60. Ain't budged not a damn bit. Look at that. And look at that. Sellers are getting heavier. And we still pushing on up. I'm like, dude, yeah, I picked a bad contract. I can admit that one sucked. That one sucked. I should have stayed with my May 2nd contract. I should have stayed with it. That was on me. And that bad boy still pushing it, just still not budging. I mean, it's damn near almost $5 away from the 60 strike price, but I just don't see the contract doing out a damn thing. I mean, look at this. Strike price 60. Look where we at on TQQQ. Damn near 55. 55. Almost $5 away from my strike, and it's just not doing out a damn thing. It's not doing nothing. But the one from May is to make it more movement. And it's the same strike price. Yeah, that's the one I took the swing trade on. I knew I should have just reused that one. And that bad boy still, look at that, still spiking. Yeah, that one sucked, man. Yeah, that was my bad on that one. I picked that one. Because like I said, look at this. Same strike price, different dates. May, that's the one I used. You can see I used it more than once. You can see, look at this. And look at the one for the day. Shit. It's just, man, it sucked. Man, that sucked. And it's still pushing. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, that sucked, man. Cause I was trying to get out of this one, but it's just so much heavy selling on it. Cause they would like those. They would have the it's starting to move down a little bit. The sellers started getting taken out a little bit. Cause if those sellers could get taken out, cause they all at damn near 1 cent on that stupid shit. Yeah, they're right, boss. But think about it. Like I said, strike price. I got a strike price for 60 for today, and we had like damn near 55, and it's like still not budget because it's getting overcrowded by so many sellers. I guess trying to get out that it's not even moving on this stupid thing. It's like getting overboard. It's like so many damn sellers on it. But I guess once they get bought out, you know, once those sellers start the volume on those sellers start to get out, then I mean it may start to push up because it's starting weak. It's starting to get a little weak though. Oh man, and like I said, the crazy part about it, Trader Mike, the other 60 strike price one is doing way better. Like the one for May, like that's the one I made profit on when I did my last swing trade. I should have just stuck with that one, man. I should have just held that one. I'm just trying to get out of this one. Like, shit. Oh, man. And that's crazy to see the same 2 strike prices and the one on May is moving way better than the one for today that should have most volume. That's crazy. Yeah, that sucked. It definitely sucked. It's all good, though. I could have jumped in. I mean, I could have jumped in the 30s and been holding. I would have been up with like, what 2 contracts? I've been up with what, 40 on that one at least with 2 contracts in. And that's crazy. That May it's healthy as shit. Like that contract is healthy. Like looking good, good volume, good everything on that bad boy. And I don't want to move away from that one because any other volume underneath that one is weak as hell. I don't even want to do that. Cause that May one looks nice. It's holding up pretty well. Just that on that one, I haven't got a pullback yet on it to get catch some bottoms. It's just still spiking. I mean the buying volume, selling volume on that other contract I'm in is starting to go down a little bit. So once they take out those 1 cent sellers, I guess it gets try to start pushing back up. But there's so many damn sellers on it trying to get out. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna still set up for a possible swing trade because I mean it's still got a good opportunity to move up towards the upside. So I'm still trying to take an opportunity on it, but that contract just messed me up. It messed me up. I'm only down. I mean, with that one, like it's underneath my little entry is like $10, but yeah, that one sucked. Definitely sucked on that one. So where we at? Ran to what, 51? All right, 51. 51 getting a little pullback at 50. So keep that on watch. Let's see. Because like I said, TQQQ is still looking good. Like it wants to still push up to 55. And it's only, again, $5 away from my damn strike price. If we get a 55 possible push. Matter of fact, let me get the 24-hour one. Because I know they had that 50 estimate was sitting somewhere on the 24-hour in a different level. I think it was like around 56, 57. Let me see. Where is it at? Let me look at that 24-hour one real quick. Because I remember seeing it. It was sitting differently. Where's that? So that one is sitting around 57. So it still got room to still push. So we can break above that 55. You have room to push up towards that around 57. Because it's still holding up, still looking pretty good. Still got room to run up to that bad boy. So I mean, it's still looking decent. As far as even TQQQ still look decent. It's just that this stupid contract. I should have just stuck with the one. I mean, if we pull back, I might still reutilize I might still use the May 2nd one. I might still use it. So, I mean, catch these pullbacks, I may still use it. Bump it. I mean, I might as well. Shit. Because the one I have today just... it's just that one horrible. So, yeah, I'm gonna use the same one. Because the other one, like I said, the other one for May looks way healthier.
Was there a Bloomberg tweet or something?
I don't... Let me double check. That's a good idea. I mean, that's a good question, boss. Let me double check because I didn't even think about that today. Let me see. Let me check out the Bloomberg Twitter account. Let me see if he said anything today. 14 minutes ago, he said And shout out to Deck on his post. I gotta show him some love. 24. All right, cool. Bloomberg said he said we'll be reasonable on tariffs. He said Trump think market or adjusting to tariff policies. It's the only thing he posted. That was the only thing I said 14 minutes ago. He posted that I see. I don't see anything else. Yeah, that's the only thing he posted 14 minutes ago.
0 fuck says 01 says. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone take his devices away.
Yeah, that's the only.
0 fuck says 01 says.
Yeah.
Please.
It's like, I mean, the only thing that I see though, boss, Brent and Zero, like when they post all that is, it's not like certainty, you know, like a guarantee is what could, what should, but it's never like a true guarantee to it. It should happen. It could, like, dude, like, sit down. Go sit down. Yeah, it's like it just would not let, even if I tried, it just won't let me out of this stupid contract. You know what I'm saying? Yep, because they got too many sellers. Like, I cannot get out of this damn thing if I wanted to. Even at my entry, if I can break even, it's just sellers underneath me that's still not budging. Well, I can't even get out the damn thing. That's the only thing that sucks right now. There's still room for that bad boy to still push up to that 55. Damn, I wish I would have cut those bottoms, man. I'd have been up just holding that bad boy. I was too focused on this stupid contract that I can't get out of right now. Just yet. We could get a pullback on the other one. I mean, like I said, I'll try to. I mean, I'll add some entries going. You know, holding that one to next week. But you know, once we start getting some pullbacks, because I want to chase it to the top, where I can still utilize that one. But using that margin account, I can't trade it. That's the only thing about it. I have to hold it till next week still. It's the only thing that suck. I can't. So right now, you're on top of that 550. 550 still holding support. Look like they got another bull flag still trying to set itself up. So, I mean, it's still trying to go for a squeeze, possible squeeze. I was trying to see how can I utilize this contract right here. Like the entries. What's the, no, it still haven't pulled back yet, though. Yeah, I still haven't pulled back on my contract yet. Shit. Nothing yet. What time it is, guys? I'm gonna soon be heading on out because I know today Friday. The reason why I stayed on longer because I know I got in late. So 30 minutes. I'm gonna stick around 30 more minutes with you guys, and I wish everybody a great weekend and everything. And like I said, we'll get geared up for next week, which looks like a lot of opportunities, setting itself up. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. The main area though, I'm gonna tell y'all what to look out for as of now for SPY. It's gonna be that watch that 552 level. Cause right now you're still underneath it. That can still act as resistance. So I'm just telling you before I go, 552, watch that level. Even on your 180 chart or whatever chart you use, put a line right across 552, and you can kind of see how that area act as support and resistance. So definitely keep that in mind. 552, 552. Man, this contract just it's like so many sellers, man. It's so many sellers. That's why it's not budging, man. I'm like, God dang, how many traders was in that one? Like, jeez, Louise. Like, I can't even break even on it, even to get out, because the seller's right underneath my entry. I try to do it over and over and over. It's like none of my contracts getting taken at all. Well, I can break even, like none is getting taken. It's the only thing that suck on that. And that's only, what, a $10 loss? I mean, it ain't bad. I mean, $10 I can get back. Yeah, that contract was just horrible. I mean, it's set up to push towards it, but this contract that I have just... Now, unless it do something at the end of the market, when you go on another squeeze, and move towards it and we see something. But other than that, nah. And I can show y'all the proof, man. Like, I ain't lying. You know, I don't hide nothing from y'all. But yeah, I don't see nothing. It just, it just, yeah, that contract just sucked, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And I have 10 contracts, and it just ain't budging. Yep, that one there, that contract was horrible. I can admit it. That contract is horrible. I'm trying to take a screenshot of it so I can show y'all. Only down 10. So it's not bad. It's just the contract sucked. So that's the only thing. The contract, and I got 10 contracts on this damn thing. It just sucked. There's just no volatility on it. And that was my bad for picking that one. I can admit my fault on that stupid shit. See, I can show y'all my proof. Down, open, $10. So I mean, it's not bad. It's just now we starting to pull back. Let's see. Thing just not doing crap. Yeah, what was that? What price point was that? 51? Yeah, I need 51. 51. See, watch. Let me show y'all. And I'm going to show you two real quick. Zero, watch. Let me show you two. Look. I'm going to show you another reason why I pull back. Look. See that trend line? See right here where that 50, I'm sorry, 552 level is in that trend line? We'll see how you still can't break above it? See that?
Literally rejected off that monthly close.
Yeah, see? And see right there, right? We're almost on the same path. See, mine is based off my trend line. Every time you hit that purple trend line, pull back. Purple trend line, pull back. Purple trend line, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna pull back right underneath what? That 552. So I'm almost spot on with you on yours. So I mean, if we fall back, we fall right back underneath that what? Purple trend line back down. But you'll still have a bottom right around that 540, 539ish area. Well, from 542.91 down to that 530, 539, 50 level. Because your 9 MA is still moving up. If you notice that, guys, your 9 MA is still moving its way up towards that 542.91. So your indicators is crossed over towards the upside. You know, on the bullish side now, instead of being underneath bearish like we was doing, you know, after the downtrend setup. If you notice, your indicators are starting to cross over towards the upside now. See that? Before then, look how your indicators were setting up before. So here, the main thing that was guiding that party was that 50 SMA. See that? Anytime you was underneath that red indicator, pull back, pull back, pull back. But look at it now. Now you're above that indicator going from the bearish side to now the bullish side. So even though we're pulling back, look at that setup still. It could be setting itself up for next week. It still got an uptrend. Still got somewhere of an ascending triangle pattern right at that 52 level. So it could be getting a little pullback today because you are hitting that trend line and you are hitting around that resistance level. But we could pull back, you know, level out and then possibly go for a possible squeeze, you know, going into next week if it don't do it today. So, I mean, to me, it's still like a setup for something next week. I mean, I still see an ascending triangle pattern from that red line and that trend line. Still look like a ascending triangle pattern gearing up for next week. So I still think so that bad boy is gearing up for something. I still think so. I'm still sticking to it. I still think it got opportunity next week. And then we got 4 earnings coming out. PCE data, GDP, non-farm payroll data. So yeah, I still think it got opportunity to still set itself up for next week. I think so. I still believe so. Which one you shorting, Trader Mike? You shorting, which one you shorting? You shorting Tesla, you shorting SPY? Oh, Tesla. Okay, we already know. I should have known that. I don't even know why I asked that stupid question. I don't even know why I asked that. Well, I already know which ones you like to trade. Don't mind me. I don't know why I asked that when I know which ones you like to jump into. That was dumb. That was dumb of me to ask. I do apologize, boss. I do apologize, boss. I should have known. Wait, was that a put or call? Wait. The hell did I just click on? Why is it showing call? Wait, it should be a put. Wait, is this the right contract? Oh, something ain't right. Oh, there we go. What did you get in at, Trader Mike? Right around that 586? Because I think that's where that, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's where that 13 EMA is at. Right on the weekly chart. If you go either look at your 180 chart or your, I'm sorry, which chart was that? I think it's a 5-year chart. Either the 5-year chart or the weekly chart on stockcharts.com. Your 13 EMA should be sitting around 86. 286 if I'm not mistaken, boss. I think that's why it's getting rejected. It's hitting that 13 EMA. If I'm not mistaken. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's, now it's at 82. It moved down. Last time I checked, it was, what, 86, wasn't it? So did it move? Let me see. Let me go back to it. I'm going to go to the stockcharts.com, see if it's should be the same exact level on my yeah, so, oops, my bad. Yeah, so that 13 EMA is at, it was at 86 at one point. What's this? Should have been a weekly, right? No, I'm on SPY. No wonder. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong damn thing. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, right here. See right here? Look, Trader Mike, look. See where your 13 EMA is at? So it moved down to 285. Okay, that's what it is. So 285, you get rejected at the 13 EMA on the weekly. And you have the 50 right at 277. So you right at those indicators, or those two particular indicators on the weekly chart. I think on the daily chart, your 200-day moving average was like 91. Yeah, so it's still at 91. But I think it's hitting the weekly indicators right now. Trader Mike and the rest and JTraedz. Yeah, it's hitting those indicators. So you got the 13 EMA at 285, and you have the 50 at 277. So yeah, that's what it's hitting at this moment. So it's hitting those. So correct me if I'm wrong. If y'all look at your weeklies, look at the 13 EMA and the 50, because that's what it look like it's getting rejected at, or getting a little bit of a pullback at, right around that area. So around 85, 86, somewhere in that little bracket. All right, guys, got about 15 minutes. I'm gonna soon be rolling. 15. When is this contract? That's today, right? That's today's contract. Yeah, man, that other one just, like I said, I picked a bad contract, man. Like I said, that volatility just didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing for me. It didn't.
0 buck says 01 says, I see Tesla in the 320s by end of next week easy.
Let me see. Let me look at the 5-year chart. See, let me take a look at it. The thing about it. Oh, let me go back to the other one too. I was looking at.
Buck says 01 says, look at the yearly on that.
Like, and that was my fault. Nate. I can admit that, man. I had jumped in that one since like last week, and the volume had changed. And I mean, it was stupid, and that was my fault, man. I had made a bad judgment on it. But I'm gonna show you the difference. I'm gonna go to the other one that I was using, same strike price. I'm gonna show you the difference between the two. I'm gonna show you the one I banked on when I did a swing trade on. Let me see. I'm gonna go to both of them. Is this the right one? Yeah, there we go. And make a duplicate copy, and I'm gonna show you real quick, boss. Yeah. See, same strike price. Same strike price. Let me go to the see. That's why I did my swing trade on this one. I did good on this one. Same strike price. This one is dated for the day. This one's dated for May 2nd. This one I banked on. That one I banked on, and I did well. This one, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, man. I picked the wrong one. See, I'm right at 2. See what I mean? And it was on me because I messed up yesterday. I could have got out, and I'll be honest, Mike and JTraedz. I had an opportunity to get out yesterday because we ran up towards 13 cents. I could have got out, but I wasn't focused on that one because that's when I was trying to get out of this one. Because I had like multiple contracts open, and again, that was on me trying to do multiple things at once. So this one I did well on. But as I was still trading on this one, off of that swing trade, I forgot about this one. And I could have got out at 13 cents and got out on it. Now I'm stuck in it. And again, that was on me trying to have too many things open, and I messed up. So, I mean, and the only thing I can lose on that is $10. JTraedz. And I can show you. I just took a screenshot of it. The only thing I was losing was $10 on it out of 10 contracts. So, yeah, $10 I can get back. But, yeah, that was my idiotic self trying to do multiple things at once, and I screwed myself on that one. So I take the L on that. That was me. trying to do too many damn things and not paying attention to one or the other. And I'll show you my P&L right now. That's still open, $10. So that's about as much as I can lose on it. So right here, P&L, open P&L. So yeah, see. So I mean, but it's the only thing I can lose on it, but still, that still sucked though. So yeah, that's the only thing. That's about the only thing, only situation. So I just at the time I just picked a bad one. Yep, that was like I said, that was my mistake. I just had too many things open and not paying attention, and you know, yeah, and that was me because like I said, it's the same strike prices. I was again at the time I was swing trading the May one, so I was more focused on this one. So like I said, that's why I banked on this one. But I had forgot about this one. I forgot I had that one open because I had too many contracts open, and lo and behold, I could have got out at 13 cents, got out of that contract, left it alone, but I forgot about it. And now it's back down, and same strike prices, different days, different set dates. And that, again, that was me trying to multitask, and I messed myself up. I'll take the L on that one. But again, I'm man enough to admit my wrongs. I'm man enough to admit it. I was trying to overdo myself, and I messed up. So I have no shame. So I'm man enough to admit my doings, man. I ain't got no shame in it. I can admit that. Okay, from this point, my Tesla traders, and Mike, you already know what price point we need to crack, and it's gonna be 280. So once we crack underneath that 280, yes, and I agree with Mike 110%, because again, we look at it from a $5 standpoint. From 280, you go down to that 275, which is lined up right where that VWAP is at, because that'd be $5 down. So watch that 280 level. So watch that 280 level, because that's what you want to crack. It's 280. You want to fall back below that 280, turn that back into resistance, where you get that further pullback down to 275. But yeah, definitely watch that 280 level on Tesla Engineer. So this is going to be the area you need to crack. Close underneath that price point, then yes, you can fall back down towards that 275, towards that VWAP. Yeah, but I just can't believe I played myself on that one. Now, again, that was my idiotic self. Trying to have too many damn contracts open. That was my fault, man. That was on me. That was on me having too many things open. I'm only human. So so I can admit my L. Take my L on it. That sucked, but it is what it is. So $10 I'll get back. I'll reset myself up for next week where I can get that back and then some. Yeah, that was stupid. Because like I said, I can't even get out of it. Because, I mean, it's like, it's so many sellers at that 1 cent level. I can't even get out, like, right above it. It's too many sellers. I can't do it. I tried to, like, multiple times. It just is overwhelmed with too many damn sellers. Can't do it. So, I can still utilize the other one that I was profiting on. I can still use that May contract. I can still use that bad boy. Play off of those bounces, those pullback bounces. So, that's why I say I'm going to let it pull back. I'll let it pull back. Let it do its thing. Set myself up to see what kind of, if I can set up a swing, for a swing trade over the weekend, I'll do it. I'll let you guys know. So I'm gonna see on how we're gonna play out, like the price levels, and I'm matter of fact, I need to look at TQQQ as well, because I do want to go on with like a good amount of shares too on that bad boy. So let me see. So TQQQ as well. I'm gonna look at it. What we got left? So I got about 9 minutes left, guys. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, do feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, if I do go for a swing trade, I will alert you guys on what I'm, my setups and what I'm gonna do. So as we, pulling back, I'm gonna be setting myself up for possible areas that I'm gonna see can hold. So I'm gonna try to still stay long. On the long side, still, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm still trying to stay on the long side as long as I'm gonna watch these floor levels first. So if they hold, even despite these pullbacks, I'm gonna still play off of those bad boys. Best believe I'm gonna still utilize those areas. So I'm gonna keep it on watch. So right now we pulling back SPY. Like I said, guys, you have room to fall back down to that price of 546.22. Back down to that old pivot. You leave from it, you return to it. Keep it on watch. Where you can pull right back down to 546. Now from that point, And I know a lot of puts. We need to crack 546 down to that 543 for 33 level. So you do have room to fall right back down to that old level, 546.22. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch as you pull back. And like I said, it was expected to happen that we was going to get that pullback because you are hitting around that tough resistance. As you get closer and closer towards that 552 range, that's expected to happen because that's where that tough resistance is going to be at. And that trend line crack. So that was expected. And I remember Engineer, we went over that this morning. And Trader Mike, remember we went over the trend line area that we could possibly fall right back underneath on how powerful that trend line is on the SPY. That was expected right here. See that? Trend line. There you go. See trend line. Every time you hit the trend line, pull back. Trend line, pull back. So as we got closer towards that strong resistance, here you go. With room to fall, possibly fall back down to this old key area. Look like around 540, 539, 53. As long as that bottom holds, you will possibly remain in that range of 552, 539, 50 level. So from these tops, you got room to come down to these bottoms. But look at your indicator, still setting on up. You'll be falling right back down to that 9 EMA. So that will be lined up around 540, 539. So the tops right here was expected to get rejected. We talked about that because old support can turn into what? New resistance. As you can see you can see the impact on it. So you can definitely see the impact on that. 552, bam. So that was expected. And like I said, and with Trader Mike, like I said, once you crack that 280 level for Tesla, you got room to possibly fall back down to that 275 range. Because I know a lot of you pussies was losing y'all minds trying to figure out those tops. But here you go, getting rejected around these top areas. So starting to get that pullback opportunity. And like I said, with SPY, you do have room to fall back down to that possible area of 546.22. To that old pivot area. So we crack these key levels. You have room to fall back down to that 546.22 level. Tesla, crack that 280. You got room to fall down to that 275. So as we close out today, I'm going to see on how it's going to play itself out. You know, what type of position I'm going to go for. Because I do want to go for a swing trade. I'm going to just try to figure out like which one I want to go for. Let me see. Because if I was to do a swing trade on even TQQQ on the put side, I mean, where's those level? What, Maze contracts? Let me see something. Let's see. See right here, guys. Pull them back down towards that 546.22 level. Pull it right back down to 546.22. Tesla 280. Get that 280 crack. Got room to fall back down to that 275. Man, I was still trying to. I ain't gonna lie to you, Engineer. I mean, not Engineer. Torn Queen. I was still trying to get out of this other contract that I was in that I stupidly got in since last week. I had opened up too many damn contracts. I did well on my swing trade on the other one, but it was another one I forgot about and I forgot to get out of, and now the volume has died out of it, so I'm kind of stuck in them like shit. And that was my fault because I had too many contracts open and I had forgot about it, and that was my fault. So I had to deal with that situation. Yeah, so that was on me. That was on me. I'm trying to have too many damn contracts open. I mean, only down $10 on that one. So I mean, I'm not really. That's something I can get back. So that one I'm not even sweating on. Yeah, $10 yeah. I can easily get that back. I can easily get $10 back. So I'll let it do what it do. It is what it is. It is what it is. But the way SQQ is looking, it's still looking. I mean, you look like you're gonna have a. The way the SQQQ is setting up, it looked like temporary pullback that could happen on SPY. Because based off of this, it's like SQQQ is still like on a downtrend setup though. It's like you get a little minor bounce back up, but the overall setup still look like a downtrend setup on SQQQ, which that means you're doing the opposite on TQQQ, which you're uptrending. So that's why I'm like, is that bounce gonna really last? Because that look like SQQQ is still fading. See, it look like SQQ is still fading on down, while TQQ is still going up. You know, so. I'm just being honest. That just still looks bearish on the SQQQ side. So that means you should be doing the opposite on TQQQ side. So yeah, that's why I'm just looking at these charts. Just mapping this out. But engineer, you remember what I was telling you about? Again, going with small positions, even if you're not sure. If you want to take a chance, go with small position. I told you that. But I couldn't give you the full answer because I didn't know what you was trading. Because you was going from, and I'm just being honest, engineer, you were taking me from Tesla to Meta to, what was that other one? MSTR. Like, I didn't know which one you was jumping into, so I didn't know what answers to give you. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't know which one you was looking at. I was trying to go over everything. I was trying to break down MSTR for you. I was trying to break down Tesla for you. I was trying to break down SPY for you. I was trying to break down everything that you were throwing at me, because I didn't know what you wanted to do. I didn't know which one in particular you wanted to jump into. Yeah, you had me all over the place. I'm like, man, I'm trying to help out. I'm confused. Like, where we going? I didn't know what we was doing. I mean, but that MSTR that MSTR still don't look bad. I'm just being honest, engineer. That one still don't look bad. I mean, the one you put me on, it still don't look bad. Like, matter of fact, let me look at it again. MSTR. And SMCI you put me on. I didn't know which one you was trading. So what we had on SMT, so getting a little pullback down. MSTR. So, I mean, still on this uptrend still. Still on this uptrend. Because remember, we got to get that break of 375 on MSTR.
Nadia has donated $5.
Nadia, thank you so much for the donation, Queen. Appreciate you. But yeah, I just didn't know which one you wanted to trade. That's why I was trying to go over everything. I didn't know which one you was going to be comfortable with trading. That's why I was hopping from one stock to the other, trying to figure out what you wanted to do. But MSTR, I'm gonna keep it in my watch list. I'm gonna put it down here in my watch list, MSTR. So just in case, so we're gonna definitely still watch for that 375 break, because I mean, it still got good opportunities. MSTR engineer, like I said, the main thing we gotta get back above is gonna be that 375, and it was another one you brought up. God dang, what was it? It was MSTR, and it was another one we was looking at. God dang it, what was it? Oh, SMCI. Yeah, SMCI. That was another we looked at. What we said needed to happen on this one? Was that the I think that was the one with the 40 area. Yeah, we had to get back in above the 40 bracket. Yeah. So with SMCI, we need to get back in the 40 bracket. So we'll be in that bracket of 40, 45, 50 level. Tesla, like I said, guys, the main thing you want to crack is that 280. 280. Because right now you're underneath 285. So right now 285 is back being resistance at this time. So right now you are in the range of 285, 280. So if you want to see more downside, you definitely want to crack that 280 for that possible move back down. And I agree with Trader Mike down towards that 275 level towards the VWAP. So yeah, so definitely keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. So I know I got lines all over the place, man. It's like, ugh. And I do apologize about all that, man. But these choppiness, it's just, ugh. So right now, how are we looking on SPY? So right now, trying to get a bounce off that old area, 547.85. That was that old area from pre-market. We need to crack that key level. Because right now, because you remember, that's that little range from pre-market. So you need to crack that. 547.85. From that price point, you got room to fall right back down towards that open and that 546. And y'all know that's the main thing that we need to crack if we want to get our way back down towards that 544. If not, I'm just telling y'all, if they don't crack it, I'm just telling y'all the possibilities. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Possibility. Watch for the rest of the market. Watch that 546.22. Watch that 546 level, 550 level, because they may, that's a huge M, may try to set up a range going into next week. That's all I'm saying. If we don't crack that 546.22, where we can see lower prices, 544, 540s or whatever, they may try to hold a range going into next week. So I'm just telling y'all, be mindful. Be mindful. Because you see what happened yesterday, right? What did they do? They held a range, right? Because what I told y'all to look out for. I told y'all to watch that range yesterday. 546.22, 544. And then after that, what did we do? Channel breakout. So, just keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. Just be careful, be mindful. So all I want y'all to do, be careful, be mindful, and understand your setups. That's it. Be careful, be mindful. Indicators haven't crossed over just yet. Not yet. We haven't got that 9M made a curl down just yet. Not yet. Even Tesla indicator hasn't curled down just yet either. We start to get that curve this way, crossing, below that 20 EMA and so forth. It's still trying to hold itself up. So just be mindful of these small little possible setups that they're trying to do. So let's see. Because again, the main price point you want to take out is that 546.22. That's the main one. Even after this pullback, crack that key level where we can possibly fall right back down to the areas of 544.33. But we need to take it out because we want them to get rid of that range. Because right now, you still have a range. You still have a range because this is the level that you still have yet to break. 544.33. So from these bottoms, 544.33, you're in up to these tops. So keep in mind, that floor is still valid until broken. So you got to keep that in mind. So right now, look like that's what they're trying to do is hold a range. But crack these key areas, we could see more downside coming. Tesla, 280. SPY, 246.22 down to 244. So just be mindful of that. So I'm not telling you not to do it, but make sure you stay underneath those price points. For puts, Tesla, stay underneath that 285. From that 285, we need to pull back down to 280 where we start to lose value. 285, 280, 275, and so forth. SPY, same exact thing. 550, 548, 546, back on down toward the downside. But just be mindful, guys, because I just want you guys to be careful. Because, again, I love you guys to death. I care about you guys, and I just don't want you to overlook things. Again, if you are going for puts, just be mindful of those prices that we need to take out, right? We just need to take those price points out where you will see more downside. Again, Tesla, stay underneath 285 down to 280. SPY, we need to crack that. We need to crack this old channel that we were in pre-market, 247.48. Get that move back down to that 246.22 down to 244. So we want to see that decline. We want to start to see a downtrend versus an uptrend. So just be careful. Be mindful of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Trader Mike. I mean, they can still pull back. You still need the 285. So, I mean, right now, you're just in a range. Right now. So, you're in a range of 285, 280. So, right now, 285 is resistance because you're back underneath it. So, the main thing, again, as long as you stay underneath 285, what the sellers need to take out from that price point, now it's 280. From that 280, then you get that pull back down to 275. So, 285 is still holding up as resistance because you still have not yet to break above it just yet. But if those sellers can come in aggressive, we should be yanking back down to the 280s to the 275s, where we start to get that downtrend set up instead of the uptrend set up. So that's the only thing. So just give it some time and see what the market does, see where we go from here. But just pay close attention to those price points that we talked about, because there's still opportunity for Tesla to still pull back, as long as you stay underneath those price points, especially like I said, 285. So it's still opportunities. I mean, you just gotta let the market do what it do. We'll see. Just keep it on watch. Because the market, I mean, you got to think about it. The market is still somewhat still bullish in a sense. But we need to crack those price points to take it out. Because that's what I'm saying. You got to be mindful of those. You got to be mindful of the setups. Be mindful of the channels, the ranges. Because you got to keep in mind, why is it bouncing right around at 85? Because you remember, that was in pre-market. Pre-market and after hours. That was the range that they held. Right here. See that? 547.85 back into the 550s. 547.85 back into the 550s. Then you broke back on top of what? 547.85. Trying to do what? Push right back to the 550s. So keep that on watch. So just take your time. Just take your time. Definitely take your time. So again, from this price point, you already fell back underneath 550. You want to crack this floor down to that 546.22, then back down this way to start that downtrend setup, going back down that way. That's all you need to do. I mean, engineer, if you got in on Tesla, I mean, like I said, as long as depending on where you got in at, as long as 285 holds, holds is resistance, you still got room to still pull back down. It's only when those buyers break back above 285, that's when it's going to become concerning. But as long as you stay underneath 285, even though it's going up and down, up and down, up and down, as long as those sellers can maintain that 285 resistance, you do have room to pull back down to that 280 range. So it just got to give it some time. Because, I mean, y'all getting a little bit of an upper shadow. Where sellers are stepping in around 285. So, I mean, you could be possibly setting up for now a downtrend setup instead of an uptrend. Because it looked like the uptrend has kind of worn out. And it could be transitioning now to a downtrend. So, instead of going up in green, it may be starting to set up in red. So, we could be transitioning to a downtrend setup. So, just keep it on watch. Watch that 285 level. Like I said, stay underneath that price point, and we need to come back down towards 280 to 275 because you want to take all those floors away from those from the buyers because you already got one floor, 285. Now you need to take out that floor, 280. From that price point, you need to come down to 275.
Tesla goes under 240s, then we can start tripping.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, as far as the put side, Zero, like I'm telling them, if they want to go for puts, just watch those declines. Just watch those price points. That's all I got to do. Because I know it's going to be back and forth. It's going to be chopping this trust. I know it's Fridays. A lot of contracts are expiring. It's going to be. But watch those particular price points. 285, 280, 275. Back down toward the downside. The only concerning issue, again, if you are put, is if those buyers regain 285. Because they get back on top of 285, that's going to put you in the upper bracket, 285, 290. So that's why that area is going to be concerning right here. After you get back above it. But as long as you stay underneath it, still resistance. Same thing with SPY. SPY, what price point you back underneath? 250. Because you got to remember, now you're back in the 540 brackets. So just watch the setup to see on how we just line ourselves up. Just keep it on watch. Oh shit, it's past 2 o'clock and I know I just heard him move around. Guys, yeah, let me go ahead and start gearing up, getting ready to go because, man, it is Friday and I do got to tend to him too. So, as we stated, we went over the different areas, guys. Keep that on watch. Like I said, for puts, we want to start to see the decline, 285, 280, 275, so forth. Like I said, the main price point that you want to crack on spots, they're going to be that 547.22. That's going to be the area that you're going to need to crack. That's going to be that pivotal point. You need to crack that area to get back down to that 244 to 240 level. But so keep that in mind. But from what I'm looking at right now, it look like they're trying to hold a range, But just keep it on watch though. But good job, everybody. Like I said, next week be geared up because we have a lot more opportunities. We got 4 major earnings coming out. We have Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft. Those are coming out. And then we have the non-farm payroll data, PCE data, GDP data coming out. So definitely keep that on watch. And again, if I do jump in or, go for a swing trade or whatever the case may be, I will let you guys know on, what I'm going to do. So, whether I go long or short. But I'm still leaning long in a sense. I'm still leaning on the long side. I'm just being honest. Still leaning on the long side. But I'm going to see what I do. But I will alert you guys. So let me go ahead and give a shout out to everybody, man. Nadia, again, thank you so much. I'm go ahead and give you some love for everything, for the super chat, super thanks. Let me give you some love here. Thank you so much, Queen, for that. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you. Also, let me give love to my mods, man. You guys have been doing an amazing job. I love being here. Y'all the reason why I love coming onto my live because y'all keep everything going. Hype, energy, whatever y'all want to talk about. I don't give a damn what it is. 80s, 90s, I don't care. So shout out to all my mods on platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Tradecaster, amazing job. Thank you guys, appreciate you. If you are new to my channel, man, please do your boy a favor, go to my YouTube channel at JTraedz TV. Man, boss, you too, and congratulations on your profit, man. And thank you so much for all the incredible insights that you give, Zero. Again, boss, you always welcome into the chat. You now family, so man, appreciate everything that you do for us, boss. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Zero. Shout out to you, boss. And again, guys, if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Go to YouTube at JTraedz TV. If you're already subscribed, hit that notification bell. Like, share, comment. If you're on Twitch, follow or subscribe to avoid the ads, which is not my fault. Twitch's rules. Oh man, no problem at all, man. Thank you too for all your alerts, man. Your incredible alerts. I'm still using your alert that you put out. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was you that put out the I still got it down here. I think that was you that put it out. Was it the 539.13 that you called out the other day? I still have it. So again, I still listen to the alert you guys put out, and I still take it into consideration. J-Dub, boss, you too. Congratulations, engineer, all of y'all, man. But yeah, watch those levels, guys. Keep those levels in mind as today closes out. Don't forget, a lot of contracts will be expiring today, so we may see a lot of volatility as we get closer and closer towards the market because of time decay and so forth. But we have a lot of opportunities coming up, so don't forget about that, though. But thank you guys for everything that you guys been doing. Amazing job, amazing work. I'm gonna do my best. I will be trying to work on the trading journal, trying to set ourselves up on what to look for next week, and I will be putting out the alerts as far as the earnings, economics, and what else did I put out? Oh, SPY recaps. But I will be working on that this weekend, so I got you guys. Got you. So guys, appreciate y'all for coming through, man. And like I said, do not get greedy. Don't put greed over grateful. Please don't. If you made money, save that money. Wait for next week's setup, because every week is a new setup. Just be patient. Just have your trading plan ready. So y'all know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Oh, wait, I didn't call out nobody, didn't I? I'm sorry. Zero. Not you on both sides. Brant, who else came through? I think that was it earlier this morning. So shout out to y'all. Let me go ahead and give some shout out to my team. Man, I almost forgot to give y'all shout out, man. I do apologize. Let me scroll all the way up. I almost did. Almost. What's the 25th, right? All right, 25th. Got y'all. Let me give a shout out to Queen, Jenna, Engineer, TT Life. Who else we had in the building? JTraedz. I'm just thinking of names off the dome. AK-47, Deckmore. Who else we had? Who else we had today? J-Dub. Shout out to you, boss. Congratulations, Trader Mike. Shout out to you on your profits as well, bosses. And thank y'all for a job well done from being great leaders to helping other traders. You guys doing an amazing job. Appreciate you. Who else? Aussie, shout out to you, you beautiful queen. You, and hope you and the hubby, man. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Y'all already know what time it is. Let me see who else we had in the building. Who else we had? Charlton Queen, First Lady of Team Trade. Shout out to you, Queen. Clay, shout out to you. Congratulations on your profits too as well, boss. Who else? And that should be it, man. You have a great weekend too, Nate. And man, we're gonna get ready to rock and roll, because we're gonna have a big week ahead of us next week. Because again, 4 earnings, economics, and I mean the way this. And I'm just being honest, Nate. Man, Brent, no problem, man. Thank you so much, boss. And for all of y'all, I'm just being honest. The way this is setting up, I think we could be gearing up for a push going into next week. So right now, do expect a little bit of pullback. So like as I told y'all, the main area for SPY right now is going to be that 552 level. Watch that 552 level to see if those buys are going to get that push and break above it. But other than that, again, old support can be resistance until you break above that price point. So watch that key level. For Tesla shorts, like I told you guys, watch that 285 level. Make sure you maintain that area for possible resistance, for that possible pullback down to 280. Now, the only time it's going to become concerning is those buys step back in and get back above 280. That's the only thing. But other than that, guys, you guys are doing an amazing job. I couldn't be more proud of this team, and we're going to get ready to rock and roll for next week. If I do jump in on a trade or a swing trade, I will alert you guys and let you guys know. Till then, stay blessed up, stay safe. Y'all already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put great over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Stay blessed up and stay safe, guys. Have a blessed weekend. Love y'all. Peace.